And we live. I ain't even wait this time. I ain't had no chill or no nothing. We just gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Just gonna do it. I'll wait for a few of y'all to join up. And then we go from there. I gotta get rid of this Norton antivirus shit though. Where is it up here? Come on, man. I don't got time for this shit. Mm. All right. Give y'all some time, man. Listen, for those who joined on, I mean, I appreciate y'all. You already know that the Eagles lost today. Cowboys won yesterday. They won last week too. We beat the Eagles and we beat the Chiefs. So that's what we're here to talk about. The ramifications that come from what just transpired. But let me I'm trying to fix this real quick. All right. So when your comments come through, I can see them. All right, boom. The real Lee. What's up with you? First up, Agent Nine. What's up? Uh, Lucky Johnson. What's up? What's good, fam? Happy holidays to all y'all. The Eagles just may be broken. Yeah, the Eagles got something going on. So what up, my boy, the greater Koye in the crib? Yeah, I'm around. Trying to do my thing. I mean, I'm trying to see what's going on with this Norton link that I got here. Let me see if I can refresh. I don't want to refresh that though. I don't know. I got this thing blocking my comments. Let me see if I make it smaller and move it all over. There we go. Not in my way no more. All right, yeah, that's cool. That's cool for me. Who knew defensive tackles were important? I guess nobody. I don't even understand it. Happy Black Friday, everyone. Yep, for sure. I know you ain't say Black Friday. I just said that. Warren said, "What up, Okoye? We need to beat the Lions. The Lions don't look the same since they got Dan Campbell, so that's why this video actually makes more sense." But yeah, I said what's up to everybody who said what's up thus far. So let's just get into it. Jay Lombardi, what up, though? Nehemiah, he said, Okoye, what up? Let's go Cowboys. I mean, we heating up at the right time, and the Eagles are struggling at the perfect time. So the reason I made this video because the Eagles lose two more and we went out, I think we can win the division. I think that's the only way we win the division because they would have 6 losses to our 5, and that tie would actually help us out. That's the only way the tiebreaker or the tie actually helps us is if the Eagles match our record, meaning they have 6 losses and we only end up with the 5 that we have. We can win out the division. We can beat the division. I don't think anybody else think that they can do that or that we can do that, but nobody thought that we would be in a conversation at this point either. So we in a good place. You're in a good place. I mean, I know a lot of you was like the season was over a long time ago. I remember guys saying, start talking to me about the draft and shit, right? And now we talking about, if the Eagles only win or lose 2 more games, we in. You know what I'm saying? So it's really a situation that I'm like, I couldn't say more about what this team has done this season with all the things they was dealing with, from Marshawn Nealon's death to Micah Parsons leaving, to having new coaches, to having new players in there, and it's a lot of moving parts going on. So for me, Brian Schottenheimer has to get a lot of credit, man, because the things he's been able to do with all of the nonsense that's been going on this season is wow. So for us to be where we are right now, it takes a good coach to be able to settle the storm or weather the storm with all that has been going on. So hats go off to Schottenheimer. I hope he's around for a very long time because I like what this team is doing. Y'all haven't seen me in a couple weeks. I just acquired a new facility and I've been in it. So yeah, I ain't seen me. But I'm trying my best to not go back into darkness. So here I am. That's why I went live. You don't see no thumbnail, no nothing, because I was like, I'm gonna just go hit the live button and not prepare nothing. I just got to get up here and talk, man, because I'm hella busy, but in a good way. It's a good thing, man. So I ain't mad about nothing. But I did miss y'all, so I had to get up here. Sadiqa, what's up? Angie, what up, though? Who else we got? We got who else jumped in here just now that I ain't seen? I seen Jay already. What's somebody else? Oh, Mario Velasquez. That's what it is. Mario Velasquez. What up, man? Bro, B Robertson was good. B Rob. You said, I think Washington is going to beat them at home in 2 weeks with Daniels back. I mean, the Eagles don't really have much to offer right now. Their offense is trash, and with the way they beat the Lions, but the Lions look like they wanted to lose it too. Like both teams look like they was trying to lose. Somebody had to win, I guess. You know what I mean? So even with Dan Campbell coaching the way he is right now, I look at the Cowboys as being able to beat the Lions. And outside of that, I mean, the Vikings, the Giants, and Washington, I'm not scared of none of them. And I'm not even scared of the Lions. They just usually play us pretty good. But I don't think they look the same since Dan Campbell's been calling plays. They haven't been the same type of offense. So the Lions aren't half as scary as advertised at this stage in the game. And then you see how the Packers just beat them. We played pretty well with them too. So there's not a team that we've played, especially a good team, this season that we haven't competed with. We got blown out or beat down by like teams like Carolina, uh, you know what I'm saying, Arizona. The Bears are good, so they're a good team, you know what I mean? But they haven't beat anybody either. They beat the Eagles, but I look at the Eagles being wounded. The Bears have beat a bunch of wounded teams. When we weren't right, they beat us. You know what I'm saying? But that's not a team that I'm scared to play again either. You know what I mean? But Ben Johnson has had our kryptonite. He has been our kryptonite when he was with the Lions. So I know the Bears do look real, but that's a playoff conversation. Regular season wise, every good team that we've come up against, minus the Bears, is we played pretty well against. So to date, Dak Prescott, I can't think of a stretch where he's beaten two teams of this caliber back to back in this fashion. I've seen him edge certain victories out, and I think people gonna go to the Tampa Bay playoff game where he beat Tom Brady. You can give him that, but that was a wild card team that he beat. They weren't winning a lot of games that season. They were beaten by a lot of people, right? So I still didn't give him the same level of credit for the performance in that game. You know, this has been different. And Quentin Williams, we haven't talked enough about it, but Quentin Williams being added, Demo being back, uh, Logan Wilson, you know, he's a good addition, but I think he's still trying to mix into the rotation. But just everything that's changing around this front seven, including and the secondary, I guess the whole defense, because you got Siobhan Revel, you got Hooker and Wilson that came back. It's a lot of different things going on now that we haven't had consistently throughout the season. That's having this effect called winning. You know what I mean? But the difference maker has been this defense in the last so in the second, third, and fourth quarter of the Eagles game, they gave up 0 points. And then the second, third, and fourth quarter of this last game, they gave up 7. You know what I mean? So they haven't given up a 7 points in the last 3 quarters or last 6 quarters of each game. The first quarter they gave up 14 this game, 21 last. You know what I mean? But in the down the stretch, they've only given up 7 points in 2 weeks, which is pretty damn good, especially second half. So 7 second half points in the last 2 weeks. I can't think of a time we've ever done that. I can't. I mean, I'm talking about since I've been an adult. I can't think of us in any stretch. That's the Parcells era, and now I don't think we haven't done that a lot. I mean, maybe during the Marcus Ware's era, I could probably find some games where the defense probably dominated, but it's not that often. So for us to be doing that now, especially during the Dak era, it hasn't been done. I can't think of a time where Dak hasn't had to be great to beat a good team or good to beat a bad team. He had to either be good or great or something else had to be going. Even when he wasn't, it was the running game that was dominating. So we was playing ball control under Garrett when we were winning those games. It wasn't like the defense was just washing guys where he knew to keep the ball out of certain teams' hands. But right now, you know, the defense is really holding its own. So I'm hyped to see what we do in the playoffs, man. I'm happy. You know what I mean? I don't seem happy. I got my calm voice on, but I'm happy. Jay Bryant, he said, brother Okoye, Revel has surpassed me. He has no issues with zone or man. Or surprised you, I guess. Yeah, he said surprise. I've still I don't look at Revel as anything yet. I mean it. He hasn't been properly tested. And the reason being is that defensive line just so happened to start when he started. So he doesn't have to deal with what other corners on this team have had to deal with, meaning um, you know, time in the backfield, like quarterbacks that have time. He hasn't had to deal with that. So he's going to benefit. His confidence should boost or build something ridiculous because he hasn't had to deal with the things that most corners on a bad team will have to deal with, which is a bad pass rush with a quarterback that has too much time, and then you start getting beat, and you have the Caleb Carson effect where you slowly but surely start losing confidence because you're getting beat one way, and then when you make the adjustment to stop that, they beat you another and another, and he hasn't had to deal with that. So I like Siobhan Revel, but I don't know him. You know what I'm saying? I know what it's like when he's good. It's like a new girlfriend. I know what I know you like me. I know we cool. I know you happy. You know what I'm saying? But what you gonna do when I piss you off? You know what I'm saying? How you gonna act when I make you mad? How you gonna act when you grumpy about something? How you gonna act when you know what I mean? I don't know Siobhan like that. I know how he is when things are going good though. And right now, I like what I see, but it's a long evaluation, and it's the first 2 games I've ever seen him play, so I haven't even watched his college film. So, tendencies, no one knows him, and the defensive coordinators haven't seen enough of him being attacked properly, successfully, for you to formulate his tendencies and say, "Alright, this is how they're gonna approach him, and this is what they're gonna do to you." He hasn't been exposed yet. Every corner will be tested, and he hasn't been. So when they start targeting him regularly and we see how he does, when he starts to give up a touchdown or two, we'll see how short his memory is because you're going to give up something to somebody. When he does, if he does, we'll see what he is. And if he never does and he does this consistently, then he is what he's consistently done. But the film catches up to us all at some point. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I like him though. I like him. What up, Reezy? Reezy78. What up? He said, Dean Wallace, Deano Wallace said, I am looking Josh Butler. He's a dog. I like Josh Butler too. I think he gonna be well when he come back. Like we got a lot going on defensively at the right time. It's a lot of people coming back. When Diggs comes back next week, that's another one, man. If Diggs is back and you pushing Bland back to the slot and Revel on the outside, and that's your starting 3, man. This team can be something scary. If you got this type of pass rush, and to Diggs' credit, he said, man, he like the instant grits, and now you see what instant grits do. He was right. But if this team with this defensive line starts forcing you to throw the ball at Trayvon Diggs and Bland and Revel fast, you know what I'm saying, on hot routes all day because you're getting blitzed and you don't got time. Dallas Cowboys are dangerous, man. They already dangerous. Someone asked me, do you think that what's better, pass rushers or interior line, dominant interior line? I say a dominant interior line because that automatically makes both pass rushers instantly better. And when you look at what they're doing in the interior, you can't stop Kenny Clark or Quentin Williams. They vicious or Osa. I said everybody, nobody gonna give me the credit. I don't care, but I do care. I'm gonna talk shit, but I'm not gonna get mad. I'm just gonna talk shit. I care enough to talk shit. So let me say that. But Osa, I said Osa would look like J.J. Watt in this defense with 5 down or 3-4, either or, because his upfield penetration is no longer a liability. It was a liability at 3 tech because he would jump out of his gap. You saw what happened to Chris Jones on that Davis run when Davis ran for the touchdown, and Chris Jones was like, that's my fault because he jumped out of his gap trying to get upfield. Osa would do that. And when Osa does that, trying to beat the double team rather than hold up his gap, sometimes you can run right in behind him. And we saw that happen a lot. Now it doesn't matter because you got 2 guys that are making a wall right in front of right at the A gap, and then Osa's making he's boxing you in at the B gap, whatever side he's on. So if he's on this side, he's making it so you can't cut back that way, and you can't run front side his way, and then you can't run right at the line. You're forced to run opposite side of Osa almost every time, and now you're predictable as a running game. So now everybody else knows what the key on. They don't got a key. Those 3 right there, we ain't fucking with it. We just gonna run sideline to sideline or run off tackle to see what y'all doing out there. Are we gonna wait for the pin and pull, which we know y'all gonna do? Because you got to get outside to try to run against these guys because you're not gonna run right at them. And if you do, we gonna let you. That's what they've been doing. And I love it. I love it. Okoye, so is this change in Eberflus simply the infusion of talent to go with the adjustment to the scheme? We look better in zone looks. We don't have Dono as single high safety. Well, you got to think about it. I think what was happening is if you don't have a pass rush, you got to play super vanilla because you can't afford for a guy to be out of position for even 1 second because they know that the quarterback's going to have time to get it to him. So you can't even bother thinking about pass rush if you're Eberflus early in the season because you don't have it, not a natural one where it's like we going to destroy the offensive line. You know, we had to engineer it. But if you blitz, now you got less people covering, and if you still don't get there, now you fucked, right? And that's what's happening to us. Damn, I dropped my glasses. But that's what was happening to us consistently. And then when we kind of fixed that, it became okay. We're gonna just stay back and not worry about none of that, right? But now, eventually, especially if you're playing zone, they're gonna find pockets and windows because they got nothing but time to do it. You know what I mean? We were making trash quarterbacks look great. Russell Wilson looked great against. We're making all of them look good because of that, right? Now those things that don't exist no more. So to your point, to your question, I think Eberflus deserved and deserves some grace because of the fact that when he took the job, I'm pretty sure he thought he was going to have Micah Parsons. I'm pretty sure he thought he was going to have, Trayvon Diggs and the roster that we thought was coming in, which I thought was a pretty good defensive roster to start the season off with. Without Kenny Clark and without Quentin Williams, we looked okay. Get what I'm saying? On paper. But with the addition of Quentin Williams and the addition of Kenny Clark, number one, it makes you forget who Mozzie Smith is in the first place. It's like, whoa, this is what it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. But two, it makes it so that there's a lot less pressure on the rest of those guys, right? And now your secondary and Eberflus, his whole scheme looks better because he can afford to do things he couldn't afford to do before. Like now when you play zone, like give you a perfect play example. The play where Mahomes scrambles out, Quentin Williams tries to trip him, and then I think Ezraku tried to trip him, and he threw the ball to the middle of the field to number one, whatever his name is. Forgot his name. You know I am with names, but I'm talking fast kid, Worthy, I think his name is. But when he threw the ball to him, or was it Rice? I don't know. But when he threw the ball to the middle of the field, you see he was wide open by himself because he had just ran a scramble drill and ended up in an open pocket in the zone. Well, that happens when you got that kind of time. They don't normally. He didn't have that kind of time on that play because Quentin Williams would have got him, and then Ezraku almost got him. He just happened to scramble out. But you can see the difference. Had they got their hands on him, yes, that guy's running wide open, but he's not running wide open with a quarterback with a clear line of sight. That quarterback has to not only find the open man, but climb the pocket and maneuver in the pocket in order to deliver that ball. And that's what Hurts' problem was. Hurts' problem is really the same problem. If you guys pay attention to football history and to what I'm talking about, his problem is Hurts. That is Lane Johnson. When that offensive line isn't 100% on point, Hurts becomes a regular, below average quarterback because he can't sit back there and do the bullshit that he's been able to do. Now he has to be able to do the things you see Dak doing, deliver a ball while somebody's staring you down and barreling down on you, move around in the pocket and deliver the ball, not just get out of the pocket and deliver the ball on the run, but climb the pocket, do different things, like see the blitz come and beat the blitz because you don't got the, like what you saw Dak do the entire game versus the Packers, meaning beat the pressure that is actually coming because Micah Parsons was on that ass, beat him consistently and still throw an accurate ball. Hurts can't do that. Hurts is okay when it comes to you picking up the blitz. That's why they say, oh, Hurts versus the blitz is good because he had an offensive lines picking up the blitz. So the blitz just didn't matter because they're not getting to him anyway unless you bring in 6. You bring 5, you call that a blitz, but they're not going to get there. You know what I mean? Not consistently. So to see him have to do that now and not be able to is because he can't maneuver in the pocket and climb. And teams have to do that now on us because we are creating chaos at the front, in the front 7, the front 4, or front 5. You know what I mean? So to your point, to your question, I think Fluss definitely needed something up front. He needed some form of pass rush in order to complete his scheme and do some of the things he likes to do because now he looks how I intended or I suspected he would look as a defensive coordinator last couple of games, and the defense has been pretty good. So The only thing I don't like that he does now is he's calling a lot of man in the red zone, and I don't like that. But I like what's going on with the front seven and the way we're collapsing the line of scrimmage. Jay Lombardi said, Fluss is still sus to me due to the fact that he keeps playing Kenneth Murray over Logan Wilson, especially in coverage. That man is going to cost us Carolina sooner or later if he keeps him out there. I couldn't disagree with you more, bro. I don't know what people are talking about. I think people listen to everyone else who talks, but I'm gonna keep it a bean, right? I'm gonna keep it a bean. And this ain't hate. I can tell who watch film and who doesn't. I can tell. And I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about out of the analysts who are out here. Some of them I know, some of them I respect, but I can tell who's talking about what they've seen or they're talking about PFF or stats or tendencies versus this season. They can't be talking about Kenneth Murray, and you can't either, especially in coverage this season. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Even on the touchdown he gave up to Kelsey, if you look at the coverages that if you look at Kenneth Murray in coverage yesterday versus Kelsey, and then the week before versus Dallas Goedert, these are guys that they put corners on. You understand? If I put a corner on a tight end like we did in the Raiders game, we were putting a quarter on what's his name, Burton, number 89. We was putting corners on him, right? These are tight ends that you put corners on too on third downs. He's covering them the entire game. Murray is. Why do you think they're not going off on you? Especially when you got no time to throw the ball to the outside, the tight end is your best friend. Why the hell you think the tight ends ain't killing us the last couple of weeks? Why do you think that is? So when we talk about Murray and coverage, you tripping. Y'all keep saying Murray trash, so on. I watched the film all season, bro. You can say he trash, you can say whatever you want. Right. When it came to the run, when it comes to the run and the way he's played the run this season, he's had lapses in his keys, and he's been screwed up in games where he's playing in a 4-down line or in a nickel. Since we've been doing 5 down, Murray hasn't given up no running yards at all. He hasn't been out of his gap at all, or not much, and he hasn't made any boneheaded plays. Wilson, I will say, is a better linebacker. I'm not gonna lie. Wilson's better overall, but he's learning his defense. But to say that we're in trouble because Murray out there where is the trouble why we ain't in trouble then? He been out there. Where are the plays he giving up? What's happening? So give him his credit too, because I've seen the guy make plays and do things that, are difficult. And he's done it well throughout this entire season, especially in coverage. And everybody keep just saying, oh, he just trash, because y'all listening to people who ain't watching film and just saying he trash. And I know who they are. And I argue with them on Twitter, and they say same bullshit, but they don't know what they talking about. I can tell you don't, because if you watching it, you ain't gonna say that shit. Ain't no way. If somebody make a play, I can show you the plays he's making. Show me the ones that they making against him versus the pass. Show me them. How many you got? Because you ain't got that many. I can guarantee you that, because I'm watching them. So, hey, do whatever you want. He finding zone and man. Watch the film. Watch the film. That's all you gotta do. And if you ain't gonna do it, just say you don't like him. I don't give a fuck if you don't like him. I don't know him. You know what I mean? If you don't like him, you don't like him. I just don't like Murray. Cool. But talk about the play that he's had on the field. His real play on the field, not the way analysts that you like to listen to talk about him, that's not watching him for real, or that's on some bullshit. That's saying Shamar James was better. They were talking about Shamar James being the guy they needed on the field 3 weeks ago. He is not as good as Murray. And Murray's playing better than him, but nobody complains about that. I don't understand what you're talking about then. I really don't. No disrespect to you. Like I said, just I know motherfuckers not listening and not watching. They can't possibly be. Can't possibly be. Yeah, they were saying Shamar James is the savior. Like, he's ass. Now he is trash right now, but he's young, so I'm not gonna kill him for that. Okoye, do you think the D-line pressure is making most of the difference in defense? You know it. That and the fact that, listen, nobody giving these guys credit either. Hooker is back. You haven't seen Hooker. You know why? Because they nobody throwing the ball at him. Hooker's back. Revel is here. We also got Wilson playing near the line of scrimmage where he needs to play, and we got Demo. Demo's tackles in the open field and Murray's. Murray been making tackles in the open field too, but Demo's tackles in the open field last 2 weeks, sickening. But we can prove it all. No, Jay, trust me. When you say you respect it, trust me. When I said what I said, I'm not talking to you. I'm just saying the things that you're saying about Murray are things a lot of fans keep saying to me about him, and I know that they're not saying it from actually watching him. Because I've been watching him to defend it because I wanted to know. Like, I'm gonna say, all right, well, you got to go, and I know who the liabilities are on the defense. He's had even the gaps where he jumped in the wrong gaps during the season. Those were bad. He gave up a couple touchdowns, missing tackles and shit like that. He has. I won't lie on that, but he hasn't been our problem. We've had other problems. He said, LOL, what are you watching then? Murray don't fill zone gaps. He get torched when he's manned up almost every week. I'm lost. You a liar. I don't know you, but you got to be lying. He get name the game right now. I got the film right here. I'll pull it up for you right now. So you know what you're saying. You watched it, right? I'm gonna pull your card. So tell me the game and tell me the coverage that he got torched in, because I know him all. So tell me where he got torched in zone. He don't fill his zone gaps. What are you even talking about with the zone gap? But tell me what zone gaps he don't fill in the game when it comes to the pass, right? And tell me when he got torched versus man every week, because I watch him covering wide receivers and not getting the ball thrown at him when he's doing it. So tell me what game, and I'm gonna go to it right now for you, right now live. Go ahead, if you know what you're talking about. Otherwise, you cap and you bullshit, and I think you're lying because ain't no way you saw that, and you put the LOL up there like I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't understand this. Y'all go to your doctor and do that? What X-ray you looking at, doc? Yours. I'm looking at yours, nigga. What you talking about? What you talking about, bro? Get out of here, man. Now tell me what game though, because you lost. You are lost, but you lost this one. But tell me, and I'm waiting for you. All right, your name is Space Flock. Let's go, Space Flock. You on the clock? Space Flock on the clock. Give me the game and let's roll the film. Hurry up. All right. Big shout out to Clowney. Hell yeah, Reezy. Now Clowney doing his thing, man. Like Clowney a different animal, man. Everybody on the edge is going to get nothing but better because now they don't have to shoot up the field. Remember how we used to get out of our contain. We would break contain and break integrity, our rush gaps, because our rush lanes, because those defensive ends were just trying to get home so bad. And now that quarterback who could step up in the pocket or can escape you now could get outside the pocket. But now our defensive ends are kind of moving upfield contain because they just trying to keep you contained in the gap because they know those three in the middle going to eat. So now they rushing upfield. Clowney just rushing upfield, waiting for you to come to him. He ain't got to go get you. Neither does Ezraku. Neither does Sam Williams, who had a hell of a game. But these guys ain't got to get up the field to come get you no more because we're breaking down in the middle of the field. We're destroying it. You know what I'm saying? I still don't see you though, bro. Space, what's your name? I still don't see you. Space Flock. I'm coming. Hold on. All right, good. Hurry up. You should have had to tell me to hold on though, because I'm trying to understand what game you talking about. I'm current on all the games. So torch, torched mean he gave up yards and touchdowns. That's what it means. Not he got beat in the red zone on a play like Bland or anybody else could. I ain't talking about that. Or you got forever in the pocket and he going to mismatch. I ain't talking about those. I'm talking about he is the guy that you attack. And this is what we're going after. Every time you see the mismatch, we go after him. That's what I'm talking about in for games. I'm watching them cover wide receivers for the entire game. And have you seen Kenneth Murray? You don't really see him because he's quiet. Why he quiet? Because he's doing his fucking job. But let me see. And I'm not here to argue like he's great. I'm not, but I'm not going to lie on you either. So you show me where he's been torched and I got you. Matter of fact, it's guys who we like who have been picked on way more than him. Wilson, Bland has been torched this season. Diggs has been torched this season. They've been torched, meaning they a target for the game. The boy Bridges have been torched this season. Torched, meaning go at him all game, get him. He mouse in the house. When has Kenneth Murray been torched on that level where we attacking him in the past game, every game, all game, and he's been asked? Show me. Point to it. Point to it. Mahomes was definitely hurt yesterday. They hit him a few times and put a weight on him. Yeah, facts. He was hurt. Eagles next opponents, Chargers. No, we don't got to play the Raiders again. You mean Chargers, Lions, Commander? Hold up. No, what you talking about? What are you talking about? Oh, you talking about Eagles? Eagles. My bad. I'm thinking about the Cowboys. I'm saying, well, we've already played the Raiders. What you talking about? But all right, cool. Yeah, I don't think that they the Raiders matchup is a good matchup for them because the Raiders got the same problem they got. No offense. But the Chargers, Commanders, and Bills, those is tough. That's tough sledding. If they lose those 3 games, they lose 2 of those 3. They lose 2 of them when we went out, we beat them. We beat the division. Okoye, Eagles lost to the Bears helped with the Cowboys' chances of winning the NFC title. Yeah, so if we went out, we would end the season 11-5-1, right? Yeah, 11-5-1. If the Eagles lose 2 more, they end up 11-6. Us, if we both end up with 11 wins, we win with the tie because that tie is better than a loss. So we will win the division. I'm assuming. I'm thinking that should happen. I got to look at it though, but I think so. Jay Lombardi, true, but does that make you better? Dallas playing good ball now. I don't know what you talking about. Hold on. I don't know about Diggs at free. He just doesn't seem like a safety to me. Diggs not playing safety. Diggs is a corner. He gonna play corner. Yeah, he not a safety. He play safety later in the season. Later in his career, I mean. Okoye, where would you attack the Lions? I wouldn't. I would make the Lions have to keep up with me. So the way you attack the Lions is, ball control early, play their game, ball control, physical early, right? Just to wear their defensive line down so that they can't just get off on that because they do got a good pass rush with Aiden out there. So ball control early, get up because our offense can figure out a way to score on almost anybody. But just put the pressure on Goff to have to keep up with Dak or to even think that he has to keep up or score on Dak, right? And I want them aggressive. Their first 15 plays, I've noticed, and this is where you got to give Eberflus credit. This is where I give him credit. Nobody pays attention to adjustments, but you have to adjust after the scripted plays. So the first scripted plays tells you what a team likes to do. The adjustments after that is based on what they have to do to either keep up with you as an offense because they know, hey, we're down or we're up and we want to. Sometimes a team might have a good script, like the Eagles. They had a good script against us the first game when they played us. They put up 21, but then in order to keep the game, to win the game, now you got a long 3 quarters to try to run that clock out, and you can't run the ball. So that makes it so we can get back in the game. We can get back in any game because if you up, it don't matter. You got to run now, and we want you to because you can't. So now you give us more opportunities because even when you up, you still passing the ball because you have to, because you're still not going to run the ball. That's what the Eagles' problem was. They got up and couldn't run the clock out at all because he had one play over 7 yards, Saquon did. And then yesterday, same thing. You get up on us, we still in the game because you cannot run the ball out. You can't take the air out the ball on us. Not now. You know what I'm saying? So how I would attack them, I would make them have to throw the ball on us to try, because teams have to throw the ball, not only because they're trying to catch up. So we don't have to be up to make you throw the ball anymore. That's why our pass rush is doing better too. We don't have to be up to make you throw the ball. Do you understand why? We don't have to be up to make you throw the ball because if you're up and you have to now run the ball at our 5 down look, you're not running the ball at that. So now you got to come out and run the ball from a spread look, which makes you weaker because now you're running out of a pass look instead of a run front because you can't just come out and muscle us off the field anymore like you used to be able to. So you can't do that. So now you got to throw the ball the whole game, no matter what. You know what I mean? And now we're going to get home. So how I would attack the Lions, like that, I would try to make them try to keep up pace with us. And then Goff is a sitting target. He don't move around. So you remember when they did beat us, when they used to beat, they wasn't beating us because Goff was just back there picking us off. They ran the ball well against us last year when they played us, and they did some trick plays. They beat us off trick shit. They didn't just flat out whoop our ass. It was like trickery. Now, all that, first off, Ben Johnson ain't there. Secondly, all that's dead. You got to beat us. You want to out physical us. I think we good now. We healthy at the right time. But anybody who know football know that. Like, The good teams can stop you from running the clock out. You can't run the clock out against the Cowboys no more. And you can't keep up. You can't keep their offense down because they got too much going for him. And Dak is now at a point where he's throwing guys open. The things that I said he couldn't do, he doing them all. Back shoulder fades, throwing guys open, jump balls. He was never the reason I exist is because he wasn't doing none of that with Dez. He wasn't trying to hit Dez with none of that. Now he is. You know what I'm saying? Hitting everybody with it. So for him to be the way he is, and he knows what you're doing pre-snap, plus he got this type of defense and this type of run game, you're not gonna stop this offense all game. You're not gonna do it. You're not gonna hold them under 20 points. You're not gonna do it. So you got to keep up with them. And if you're thinking that way coming into the game, I like our chances against any team, Lions included. I think we beat the Lions somewhere like 30-20, somewhere in there. They ain't I don't got them scoring more than 20. Number one, because they have to do it on the ground. And the first premier back we gonna play outside of Saquon is Jahmyr Gibbs. I think Gibbs is the real deal, but not the way Dan Campbell been using them. I actually said they must have been throwing games or something. Because Campbell, you seen the Eagle game? He was running Jahmyr Gibbs in short yard as a short yardage back on 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, all that shit. Dumb as hell. I don't know what he was thinking. So either they throwing games or Dan Campbell just really ain't it as a play caller. Because I don't know why you wouldn't use, what's his name, Montgomery or Williams, whatever the guy name is, Big Bull. They got number 5, big ass back. Why you ain't using him? Why you running Jahmyr Gibbs for all game, not one time, not off tackle, not outside, not sweeps, at the line of scrimmage? They do that against us, we're going to hurt that bull. Remember what I said. And they say Amon-Ra St. Bounty did. Come on, man. Okoye, not sure what the deal is, but your audio is clipping on and off. Okay, sorry about that. Let me see. How about now? Can y'all hear me consistently? Let me see. What's happening? Yeah, y'all hear me? Am I clear? Let me know if I'm clear before I go. He said Space answered me. All right, you answered me, Space. I feel like it took us to get Overshawn back and Logan Wilson before he actually made a play in the pass game, tipped the ball into Bell, but I ain't mad at it. Light a fire, light a fire under you. So you talking about when he tipped that pass in the Raiders game and forced the interception? All right, so we know it wasn't that game that he was asked, right? So what game you say? He said, let me see. He said, now I even went back to see if I was tripping, and I wasn't. Week 1 versus the Eagles, he was definitely getting torched. Week 2 versus the Giants, you a liar, bro. I got that film already did it. I know that game. Now the Bears game on the screen pass when he was playing, I know the games. The Bears game on the screen pass where he's playing spy and you think he was playing man, but he was actually spying the quarterback, and he ran and chased Swift, and then he was supposed to be tackling Swift, but he saw, I think it was Leafau, or no, it was actually Clark. He saw Clark converging on it. He slowed up because he didn't want to hit Clark, and then Clark didn't tackle him either, and then he ran up the field for 41 yards. That's the one play that I know you got in the Bears game. That's the only one in the Bears game. And then in the Eagles game, you mean that game where AJ Brown had 20 or 16 yards and Smith had like 6 yards or something like that? You remember that? We had 22 total yards, and you think that Diggs and Bland was covering them, right? It wasn't. It was Kenneth Murray covering him. So I know you lying there. And then the Giants game was one of his best games in coverage all year. The first one, we ain't played him twice, so it was only one. So I know you lying, but I got that film. I'm gonna bring you that. I don't know how you picked those games. I got a question. What the hell you looking at now, bro? What you talking about? And I ain't even disrespecting you. This is what I do, bro. So if this your first, I know this ain't your first time here, but you definitely tripping. But since y'all want to go on the Kenneth Murray hiatus or tour, let's do that, because that was funny that you said those. Like, damn, what you talking about, bro? What you talking about? Let me go back. You see what I got. Because I know I got those. That was crazy that you said that. You see what I got. This Giants game right here. All right, let me see. Let's see. I might be wrong. Let me make sure I ain't crazy. I might be crazy. All right, you know they're gonna get me eventually, so let me hurry the fuck up. Where's Kenneth Murray? He ain't even on the field in this one. Let me see. There you go, right here. So you talking about this play right here, not this play right here. Let me see. So this right here, he's in cover 2. Right here, boom. So they did a high-low on him right here, right? He was supposed to leave the low man on this play. This is him getting torched. You're right. He should have. This is a mistake, but this is them attacking him with a high-low because Reddy Stewart should have took the low man and he should have carried the seam all the way up the middle of the field right here. So he stops on low man. Reddy Stewart's supposed to take this man. He's supposed to pass him off, but they flooded his gap. You got 2 people in his zone, right? They flooded his zone, and he covered the low man instead of the high on that play. That play you talking about? Because that's the only play you got. Here, do you see this screen? I did this one right here on Twitter. You see the screen? So this is Kenneth Murray over here at the top of the screen. He's the only one up there that's not a corner. So the only linebacker at the top of the screen, you should see him right there. There's a screen developing over him, right under him, right? Watch behind him right here. Right here, this is a touchdown if this screen is successful. See this? See the screen? If Scatterboo gets this ball, the only thing really above him right now is, I think, Elam, that corner. Right, boom. You see the way he attacks this screen right here? If he doesn't attack this screen, if he just meets the block, this is a touchdown. Him going around it here, boom. He now went outside. So now he took contain, which he's supposed to. And him taking this angle to the ball makes it so that now he has inside help, which he wouldn't have had. So you see Kenny Clark and who's that? Sanborn and so on. They're able to make this play or get in on this play because of the way he attacks the screen. Boom. But he makes the fucking tackle too. That was a hard ass play to do, right? That's hard. But y'all don't give him credit for this shit. This is a touchdown saving tackle. That's a touchdown if he doesn't make that play. That's not easy. It's not easy shit. Here, is this him at the top of the screen? Yep. Boom. Is that him? Oh my God. Is that him in coverage? Oh man, this is trash. What are you talking about? This is one of the better games he had. I don't know how you looking at this one as trash, bro. Tripping. He was everywhere. So that's 2 plays that he made in the open field. Now here, do you see this play? You can't ask no fucking linebackers to do this. You see where he is? He's on the opposite hash, bro, at the top of the screen. Do you know what his assignment is? Do you see where Reddy Stewart is on this play? Reddy Stewart is in the nickel on this play on a wide receiver. He has to look. Kenny Murray has to play blitz. He has to show blitz. His responsibility is not blitz. So Reddy Stewart is actually blitzing. Kenneth Murray has to cover Reddy Stewart's man from all the way the fuck over there. No way that's his assignment. Yes, it is. Look at that. You see this? Now, how do I know what's about to happen? Do you see any diagrams? No, because I watched this shit, bro. Not yelling at you, but I watched this. Now, look at the open field tackle on that. Oh, my God. Who the fuck can do that? Not only do you ask this man to cover a man that you know he ain't going to stop from getting the ball, you can't stop the ball from getting to him because he's too far away from it. You're asking him, this is on 3rd down and 8. You're asking him not only to let this man catch the ball, who's a receiver, and cover a man that's going to be open because of the blitz that is right here. He wide the fuck open. There's nothing else over here other than above him. He's covered by Hooker, right? You're asking him to get over there and stop the ball before 1st down. This is hard as fuck. You see the 1st down line? It's right there. Boom. Brawl down. What we talking about? This is a trash game. You tripping. Hope. There's more. Boom. Here. What is he trying to do here? Scrape. Why? Because Houston has got caught inside. Houston is pinned, right? So his job, you see this guy peeling off the side? He got to cross his face and get outside so that he can help his help inside. He got help inside. What does he do? Crosses the face. Did he get there? Yeah, Scatterboo sees him too, don't he? Is Scatterboo staying outside with this? No, because Kenneth Murray is there. What does he do? Cut the ball inside, and they tackle him. That's his job. He did it. Why are we talking about it? I don't understand. Look at it. Oh, man, that's trash. He ain't had nobody to hit because he did his job. But let's keep going. Because I don't know what you're talking about. And after this game, I'm going to stop watching this because I don't need to. Boop. That's bad too. I mean, he found the gap, got in the gap, made the tackle. This is actually one of the games he didn't fuck up too often. I don't know what I could tell you the games he was fucking up at because I seen them. But this ain't one of them, bro. And I ain't here to. Oh, man. This is crazy. You crazy. So already he's made a couple okay plays or good plays in my opinion. But where's the asset? What? Is that another one? What we talking about, bro? Come on, man. Come on, man. Stop playing with me, please. This is what I do, man. Here, boom. Undercut the block, make the fucking tackle. Is he doing it? So what is trash about this? Please tell me. Let's watch him up close. Let's watch him up close. You picked the wrong games, bro. I told you I watch all these games and I know what's happening in every game. Because even when y'all don't see me, I see it. I watch this. I don't watch the games live. I watch this all week. Waiting for the next game. I watch the game over again. I don't watch no TV. So I know what he doing. So you can't lie to me about it because I know what he doing. I'm watching him like a nanny cam. Boom. This was a good game. So, like I said, y'all hating on him based off of what somebody told you, not what you watch. And I could tell the people telling you, they damn sure ain't watching this, because if they was, they would shut the fuck up. But they not. So I know they lying. It's only two ways it can be. But I know you can't give me no advice on it, because I know you ain't watching. Ain't no way. You know what I'm saying? All right. So you see where he is right now? What you think his assignment is on this one? The slot. He has this slot right here, that slot receiver, he's in the middle of the field in the A gap. His assignment is the slot receiver. Watch this. Oh, watch this. Nobody else has to do this shit. Oh, no, he's face guarding the tight end on this one. Oh, okay. That was trash. Look at that. Look at where Russell Wilson looking too. He want Reddy Stewart or Kenneth Murray. Look at him, staring him down. He can't hit the seam because Reddy Stewart right there. He can't hit the other seam route because Murray's undercutting anything on the tight end, that tight end dig route. Boom. So what do you got to do? Hold the ball. What happens? A sack. Why? Because he can't get the ball out to his hot read. Let's watch where he's looking at. He pointed at 84. He said 84 hot, right? Why? Because he thought Reddy Stewart was blitzing again. He didn't. Kenneth Murray right there. He's staring down 84. He's still staring down 84. He's still staring down 84 and the slot. He can't throw the ball. Oh, what does he do? Get the fuck sacked. That's a coverage sack. Okay? What's his assignment on this one? I'm assuming Reddy Stewart is blitzing, and this is a seam route again. Let's see. He's in the A gap again. This time he just runs to the middle of the field. What does he do? Boom. Gains depth. Open field tackle. Do he miss? He missed this one. He missed that one. You calling him trash for that? I don't think that's trash. Let's keep going. I can't call him trash for that. But he missed that tackle. There you go. You got one. Here we go. Boom. He comes down, reads the run, gets caught in the play action, gets back up, gains depth. They missed the ball underneath him. Can't be trash for that. Boom. All right. Nothing happened. Let me see. Where's these yards? Where's the touchdowns? Where's the trash? Because I know Diggs got torched in this game. Where's that? That's trash? No. Where's that? This trash right here? This trash? That's trash? No. No. Shut up, man. Oh, where is that? Oh, let me see. Let me keep going. This is fun, man. Where is that? This trash? That was trash? That wasn't on him. Scatterboot ran everybody fuck over that, and it wasn't his gap. So where we at? Here's another. All right. This trash right here? That's trash. You see that, man? Watch this. Why you think Russell Wilson ain't run? Watch this. He think he can run. He about to run. Look at Kenneth Murray. He was covering the middle of the field, but look at him cover ground. Look how much ground he covered. Boom. Get rid of that fucking ball. Nothing. Trash. That's trash. This play. Let's see what he does here. He has to cover. He in the slot covering a receiver here. You see him at the bottom of the screen there? This is him right here. Watch this. He in the bottom of the screen doing what cornerbacks do. Covering in space. He's covering neighbors right now. Covering, double teaming neighbors. They come up off neighbors and throw up the seam. Missed the ball. That was in that was earlier in the game. Let me see. This versus the run or something. This is versus the run. Let's see what happens on this play. I think it's the run. Boom. That wasn't his gap. But okay, you want to give him that? You giving him that? I think he was covered. He thought it was coming outside. They ran up the middle. That I'm not gonna fault him for that. Here, let's see what happens here. He run right upfield. They ran right through his gap. We calling that trash? This must be trash. This is trash. Let me see what happens here. Good pursuit. I guess there he ain't had to do nothing. Just pushing it back at the end. This almost over. And we'll get to some good stuff. Boom. He ain't had to do shit. Ain't really had to do shit here. What happens here? What is he doing on this play? He blitzing here. That was a good blitz. He got hit and pushed to the ground though. Oh, what's this? Got a tackle for loss there because Dark is in the game. So that's a tackle for loss. That's trash? I don't think that's trash either. Let me keep going because maybe it's happening at some point. Where the trash at? He covering the tight end there. Still covered. Still covered. Let me see. He covers the tight end here. Let me see. He covering the tight end one-on-one. Boom. Did he get any separation? Not a bit. They throw the ball elsewhere. All right. You still losing on this one. So here, what do you think his assignment is here? It's the same look. Reddy Stewart is blitzing from the bottom of the screen. He's the opposite hash. He got to get over there again. Same play as before. Let's do it. Sorry for y'all who don't want to see this. You know, I asked them to show me. So you see, same assignment. This time, Russell Wilson scrambles instead of throws the ball at 17 because Kenneth Murray was covering him. All right, let's see. This overtime. Let's get to overtime. Overtime, they don't even throw the ball over there, but let's see. This is overtime. That's a screen pass. Boom, blow that the fuck up for a tackle for the loss, which is the same as a sack versus the pass he getting a tackle for loss. That's trash. I don't see it, man. Okay, so what we talking about? Stop lying. All right, I'm done with that. I don't even got to show you another game. I don't want to go through that because don't nobody want to see Kenneth Murray right now because we off that. We've been off that, but stop lying. You don't got to lie, bro, because you said that game. You know what I mean? He said, and you ain't trying to pick out every bad play. I watched every one of them. You don't got no bad plays in that game. You got one where they flooded his gap for the long pass up the middle of the field. That's it. That's it. And that could have happened to anybody. Okoye, they only say what they say about K9 because their favorite YouTubers say it. Yeah, I know. I think he's doing an exceptional job, but would love for him to get blitzes more. Yeah, I agree. But keep calling him trash when he playing well. That's why players don't want to play here because y'all believe whatever y'all hear and they be bullshitting. And I know who bullshitting because I done said something to him. And I ain't talking about who y'all think I'm talking about either. I'm talking about ones that I'm actually okay with too. Some of them too. And I be like, I know you ain't watched that, bro. I fuck with you, but you lying because ain't no way you watched it and saying that. Wouldn't it be wild if Dallas meets Green Bay in the playoffs? That would be fun, man. That would be fun. Let's see. He said if Turpin is going to be part of the running back packages, he needs to hold on to the ball with both hands against his chest from now on. Yeah, that's a fact. Turpin scared the hell out of me. I'd be shocked to see Turpin trip on his own feet and the backfield leading to a football twice in a year. Yeah, that would be crazy, but get him from back there. Okoye, don't let him draw you into getting your channel banned. We all rock with you because you bring truth to the Cowboys podcast world. Yeah, I ain't gonna get banned, bro. Did they get me? They ain't get me, right? I'm still up. They ain't hit me with nothing, right? Yeah. Technically, we should have been rooting for the Eagles to beat Chicago. The Eagles would probably win the NFC East, and the Bears would be the 5th seed. So we want to have a couple more losses. We want them to have a couple more losses. I don't care about the Bears having no losses. I care about winning the division, but I want to get in the playoffs for sure. If the Eagles win, we ain't guaranteed a playoff spot. But if we win out, we guarantee the playoff spot. And I wouldn't mind playing the Eagles again. I wouldn't mind playing nobody in the playoff. I'm interested to see how good teams fare against this team. Period. I don't care how it play out. Any of them. Yeah. Arizia Okoye is going to prove stuff. You already know I am, bro. He said, "Bro, I appreciate the good plays for sure, but the bad, but play the bad ones." How many snaps? He only played a few snaps, and he ain't have no bad reps in that game other than the ones I showed you bad reps. I showed you bad and good, bro. Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. You said Diggs not physical enough to play safety. Y'all be capping on Diggs' physicality too. Diggs will tackle you if he got to. What you think guys are putting what do you guys think of putting Diggs at free safety? There's a buzz around the locals. They would like to see that. Um, I wouldn't mind if Diggs was just playing in space and using his eyes because he plays like a safety. Um, but I just think that there are better safeties on the team. That's all. That's all. He said, Jay Lombardi, very good teams take advantage, and you did not disrespect it. I don't know what you mean, but yeah, okay. He said, Angie said competition did help Murray. No, Murray just ain't been as bad as people been saying this season. He's bad before he got here because of the schemes he was in, but he has not been bad in this scheme. He hasn't. He actually been better here. I think Eberflus has been the best thing for him because he's been better. Coy, you talking about that? Yeah, I seen that. He said, I just watched Murray on every pass play. He gave the TD to Kelsey, but that was a hell of a throw by Mahomes. Murray played well. Thank you, bro. If you watch Murray locked down Kelsey yesterday. Like crazy. I'm like, why they? I asked it, like, why are you on a corner? They didn't want to go into the nickel package as often, I guess. I don't know. But they kept putting a linebacker instead of a corner on Kelsey. I thought that was a mistake. After the touchdown, I thought it was a mistake, but that was the last time I saw Kelsey. I can't even remember him doing shit else. He ain't do shit. He ain't do nothing. But who covered him all day is not getting the credit for it. And I don't mind you shitting on him when he mess up. But why don't you say what he did good when he do it? That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Because you can't be saying that, and these would be the wrong games to bring it up. Because since Quentin Williams been here, he been even better because he hasn't had to shed blocks. He just run to the football. Murray and Demo been playing fine because neither one of them had to shed no blocks in the last 3 weeks. Not one. They're just running at the line of scrimmage, doing what they want to do, are playing way off the ball, 7 yards off the line instead of 5. Their depth is further away. They playing pass sets as linebackers because they got the advantage with the A gap. They don't got a crowd or mug the line of scrimmage. You haven't even seen us mugging the line of scrimmage on third downs no more because they know, like, we could come in, Quentin Williams and Kenny Clark or Osa on third and long. They're going to collapse this shit. So they playing off. Nobody even showing blitz. They just chilling. You know what I'm saying? I think we blitzed Reddy Stewart a little bit, though. Eagles look lost, plus they got to win out at 12 wins to win the East. Dallas puts pressure on them. Facts. They're going to make them do things they don't want to do. Like they're going because they feel like they got to win out and they got to go aggressive. They can't coast this time. This is why we need the roundtable so we can see you go at Foots and Vach. I love watching y'all debate and do y'all thing. All of you bring something special to the table. Much respect. I agree. I can't wait to do one too. I hope they all, decide to do one because they gotta call me with it. I done said let's go several times. I like Reddy at free when he played. Yeah, Reddy Stewart at free safety for that one game. He was playing good, wasn't he? He probably our best safety. No, I would say Wanye, but Wanye disappointed me something crazy with the migraine injury. I know you got a migraine and all that, but it feel like a little bit more. You know what I mean? You know how some people, and I know I might be I might be wrong, but I'm probably not. Some people are self-sabotagers or they're scared of the spotlight. And I think Wanye is one of those guys that has the talent, but the lights might be too bright for him. Cause I'm like, every time he get an opportunity to start, he get injured. Like when he played last year versus the Redskins and all that, he started like working his way into the starting lineup, starting getting his respect. Suddenly you injured. Not major either, just he's injured, nicked up. Then this season is like soon as he got an opportunity to start, I'm like, why you now all of a sudden you got a migraine? But bro, you supposed to be bored, and I've been rooting for you to get in there. As soon as you get in, you start bitching. Or now your head hurt. You know what I mean? I'm like, this was your opportunity to take over your job, either Wilson's job or Hooker's job, and you don't want it. It don't seem like you want it bad enough. So I can't root for you to do it if you don't want it. You know what I mean? So it is what it is for Wanye. Wanye is not one of the worst ones, though. I don't know what safety you looking at. Cowboys are finally building the team the right way. Need to give kudos to the front office. Facts. Bridges is not ready. He don't belong. I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that. But yeah, I like where we are as a team right now. The I can't even think of an upgrade that I would do. Even the rotation with linebacker, I'm cool with. Mars Lee, like I said, Logan Wilson, what he has done is he's made it so that Murray can play his true position, which is will linebacker. He's not out of position anymore. He's made it so that Leofile is really a Sam, which he's been all year, and he's been playing that. And he made it so that Shamar James can be the developmental guy that he is. And now you got Demo back, who is who he is. He's showing that he's still Demo. So what Wilson has done is made it so you don't got to put too much pressure on Demo, because when Demo needs to come out or when Murray need to come out, you got Wilson there. Wilson going to slowly get up to speed over the next couple of weeks, but we don't need to rush him into, a solid, he stays on the field 60 snaps type of guy. He don't need to be that guy. He just need to be a smart guy that doesn't give us a fall off when those other guys are in there. That's all he need to do. He don't got to come in here and lead the whole defense. He don't need to. This defense is doing good without him being that guy. We just need him to be in there as a rotational, just like we got Osa and Solomon Thomas with Quentin Williams and KC. So that's what we need, and I like what we got right now. We do need Diggs back, but yeah, I like it. But yeah, space. Like I said, I appreciate the challenge, but yeah, that wasn't it, bro. That wasn't it. I told you. You say something, you better back it up, bro, because I'm a check. Yeah, I'm a check. He said, I hope Demo holds up. Yeah, me too, Reezy. Koya, what do you think you do with the 2 first-round picks? You use them or 2 first-round players, or you trade up, you know what I mean, in the draft if you want to, and get you if you get one more exceptional player on defense right now, like a pass rusher, or I mean, we got a deep linebacker room. I think some of those guys deserve to be re-signed, and you could choose. It could be Murray or Wilson. Sign one of them long term, and go with Demo and that other guy, whoever that other guy that you sign out of those two is, and re-sign Morris Leofile when you can. You got you a linebacker room. You can go get you another one if you want, but it lets right now defensively. The only need I would say we need, and I look at Ezaraku as a guy that can be that guy. And I look at Sam Williams, if he's healthy next year, as a guy that could be that guy. But you get you one more ridiculous pass rusher with that first round pick, maybe, or safety to to give these guys some pressure. You get you a safety, which we haven't drafted in the first round since I think Roy Williams, maybe. But you go get you a bona fide safety, or you go get the best player available for your picks, because we don't really have a need on defense as it stands. We don't have a glaring hole with Josh Butler healthy, Siobhan Revel, who's a first round talent, Diggs, and Bland under contract. You got a solid cornerback room. Reddy Stewart is in that room still. You got a solid cornerback room as it stands. Your safety room, I like Marquise Bell and Wanye behind Hooker and Wilson, but you could probably go get better there if you wanted to. But it's wherever you got the most ridiculous talent left at that first round position. That's where you go with that first round pick. Fluss is running a two platoon. Wilson and K9 not on the field at the same time. The rotation is way too heavy. Yep. Okay. I don't care. They winning. Eagles lose to the Chargers and Bills. Cowboys win out and take the East. Book it. I agree. I think we can. Crazy stat alert. The Eagles just allowed a running back duo to have 125 plus rushing yards each. Oh, shit. I ain't know that. The last time a running back duo had 125 yards each was December 21st, 2008. Ah, damn. I ain't watched the whole game. I was working on the house, but I'm about to watch it now. Shout out to Sam Williams for playing a competent penalty-free game. Yeah, he played well. Okoye, would give the Raiders your latter first round after getting a safety with your first? What would I give it to him for? Max Crosby? Yeah, I would. If Max was ready to come over here, I would take Max Crosby in a heartbeat with that first round pick. I'll give them both of them for Max Crosby. I don't need a first round pick if we get him. We get Max Crosby and Quentin Williams on the same defensive line. Fuck everything else. You can actually stop I would give up every draft pick. We gonna need a draft pick. You give me Max Crosby, you could take the whole draft. I don't give a shit about the draft if you give me that. You know what I'm saying? Thanks, P Dub. Thanks, P Dub. Paul, man, that's my man. But yeah, I wouldn't give a damn. See you, Paul. I heard you say you was out. But yeah, if you give me Max Crosby, I could give a shit about the rest of the draft. I don't give a damn what we do with the rest of the draft if we did that. If I had to vote for MVP, it's Quentin Williams. Nah, it's Dak. It's definitely Dak. Dak is doing his thing. Quentin Williams is making it so that Dak can do his thing. But yeah, they said Eagles' schedule is easy down the stretch. They got the Bills to play, and they got the Chargers to play. And then the Eagles, nothing is easy for the Eagles because they're not playing well on offense. So they are and now when you wounded and you playing like a lame duck like that, and you got a injured offensive line. So Lane Johnson ain't coming back the rest of the season, not until the playoffs, maybe. So Lane Johnson not being there is serious. It's serious because Hurts is not the guy to deal with a faulty offensive line. He hasn't had. They actually hampered him by having the line that they have. Like Dak had to learn how to read coverages and how to maneuver in a bad pocket because we've been rebuilding the line while he's been here. We had a great offensive line when he came in. And you saw how well he did. That hampered him because when they started getting hurt, when what was his name? Fredericks started getting hurt, and then you saw Zach Martin become human. You know what I'm saying? Then Tyron Smith kept getting hurt. So you saw those guys constantly hurt, and we had to build the line around him. Remember when Chaz Green played, he got sacked 7-8 times in one game. You know what I mean, he had to deal with those types of games where he had to learn, all right, I got to learn how to read what's going on because these guys can't save me. So the Dak that you see that can now outmaneuver Micah Parsons, that came from the storm that Hurts has never been in because he had the comfort for his entire career of having not only a great offensive line coach, but a great offensive line for most of his career so far. Well, now he has to learn late in his career how to deal with that and how to deal with not having it. And he don't got it because he hasn't had to have it. So that could be interesting. I don't think they do as well, period, because I don't think he's just not that guy. He don't make those decisions. He don't read the field as well as you would like him to. Yeah, bring Max Crosby here. I would tape him. I'll take him. Hurts takes too long making his read and plays too safe. Yeah, and now when he gotta make the same throws that Dak been having to make with guys in his face, barreling down on him, getting hit, knowing you're gonna get hit, he not throwing that ball clean. Just like Jared Goff don't either. When Jared Goff offensive line is hurt, he throw the ball in the dirt. He in the dirt. He fuck it. He like fuck it. He get rid of the ball. So yeah. He said Butler said he won in. Haven't seen enough of him to trust him though. You don't trust? I trust Butler all day. I trust Butler. Cowboys are finally building a team right where I saw that. Let me see. He can do it with comfort. The 2 Super Bowl appearances and winning one. Yeah, he was comfortable. Do you think we will sign Clark and Pickens? I think we should. If you let Clark leave the building, the only way you let Clark leave the building is if you drafting another Clark. Like you're gonna draft a younger version and say that you hope that Quentin Williams next to this younger guy and Osa next to that younger guy can make it so that you don't have to deal with as much fall off that you would have to deal with Kenny Clark leaving. That's the only reason that you would do it. Other than that, keep him. If you can keep him, keep him. Do you sign Pickens? So when you sign Clark, you sign him for a team-friendly deal, I would hope. And when you sign Pickens, the same. I don't think you try to get them the best money they could possibly get. I don't think Pickens wants to go nowhere. Pickens want to play with Dak. Dak, and that's another conversation. Let's shift. Dak, the things that Dak says about Pickens lets you know that he looks at Pickens as his number one option. Even the way he throws the ball to Pickens, you know Pickens is his guy. Now, CD is a talent that he knows is talented, but I think that Dak prefers to throw the ball at Pickens. He trusts Pickens because the thing that Pickens does that CD does not do is protect Dak, not only with his mouth, pause, but also on the field. I've seen in the Raiders game, Dak throw a bad ball, Pickens went and broke the pass up like he was a defender, right? When Dak throws those types of balls to CD, CD pulls up. He ain't gonna go try to catch the ball, and it's gonna get intercepted. He gonna act like he didn't know which way he was supposed to go. He do that. He's done that a lot. I saw that year that Dak had 15 interceptions. He was throwing those interceptions because he was throwing trust passes to CD. He would trust that CD was going to get there and make the play, and CD would see what's going on and stop and act like I just didn't know that. I went this way, or he'll go above a defender. So let me give you an example. If there's a defender here shallow robbing, right, and CD is supposed to dig, if I'm supposed to dig, I got to flatten out and come across that guy's face. CD will float like us running a post behind the defender. And when he does that, guess what the defender gets? Interceptions. CD done that a lot. Those same opportunities when he does that with Pickens catches the ball and takes the hit, or Dak puts it in a place where Pickens can catch the ball. Like Pickens was in double coverage on that hurdle play. They had bracket coverage on him. They were playing him buzz underneath. So 34 or 35. 35 might have been covering him, and 34 was buzzing underneath, or vice versa. But both of them was on him. Dak sees that he got a triangulation. We could watch that play. I think I gotta find it though. I don't got it all cut up. But he basically throws the ball out to Pickens' outside shoulder so Pickens can turn outside, taking him away from the defenders, and Pickens just ran up the sideline and made a play. So that ball he threw against Cooper DeJean to Pickens. Dak don't throw them type of passes to most receivers. He don't throw them like that. He throwing trust throws to Pickens now, all crazy. Him and Pickens got a rapport that him and CD do not have. They don't. So you gotta sign Pickens. But I don't think Pickens wants to go nowhere. So I think you can convince Pickens to take a team-friendly deal. I don't think he want to break the bank. If he is a selfish player, which I don't think Pickens is, I think Pickens is smart. Because I think Pickens is really a guy that loves football. He loves the team. So when you see a guy who has a team like this, has a quarterback like this, and was disgruntled, not because he was a bad guy. He was disgruntled because he never had a fucking quarterback. He finally got one. I don't think he's going nowhere. He don't want to go nowhere because where you going? Where the quarterbacks at? Where the quarterbacks at that could do what Dak doing right now for you? It ain't that many, and you can't guarantee that you're gonna land in a place that has them. So Pickens want to stay. If I'm Pickens' agent, I say you want long money and a legacy, or you want short money and a quick payday, and you out of here. But you might have a shorter career. You might have 3 years left if you go somewhere else. You know what I mean? But you stay here, you thinking Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne, you're gonna be here a long time, buddy, and we're gonna win a lot of games. So I think that's what you do. You gotta go get him. You gotta go get him. You know what I mean? You gotta go get him. You can't leave him out there. Calvin, you right about what Dallas did to the Eagles, but the Bears destroyed them up front. Yep. With Jerry Jones, Pickens is a second chance at Randy Moss. Facts. And the other thing is, you notice how the media has floated the question about whether or not he should keep Pickens. He talk about signing him like he want to keep Pickens. You know what I mean? So I think Jerry keeps Pickens for sure. Now, he might draft a wide receiver with those first round picks so that he gives himself an option with Pickens or CD. In about 2 years, he can get some of that money off the books if he wants to trade one of them or release one of them after they get their guaranteed money. He does do that. He'll front load the contract or structure it in a certain way where he can opt out, or restructure whenever he wants. So Jerry don't mind giving you the money, but he give you money like you give your homies money. Like, I front this to you, I put you on, you up. And when you up, if I need you, I got you. That's how he look at Dak money. That's how he look at anybody he give a lot of money to. You a leader and you a bank. Because when I need to restructure your contract and give you and restructure it so I can give you some more money right now to free up some cap space, I know where the money is right there with you. So he'll do that with Dak. He do that with anybody he give money to. So it really don't matter if he pay him because he gonna restructure the deal in such a way where he can always come back and get some of that and give you a bonus or some shit like that to keep the shit rolling. So let them figure that out. But I think he stays. Okoye, your example, see, was exactly the Green Bay game from 2022. Exactly. There's a lot of games. Chicago game from 2022. He did that a lot that year. Pickens might be down. His agent won't play that. Mugaletta. I just met one of his team members. My man YSM Sports Mill. That's his cousin, Mugaletta. I just was with them at the Boots fight a couple weeks ago, in October 11th, actually. How's Osa been playing this season? Osa has been up and down. Like versus the run, I never liked Osa versus running the 4-3 or 4 down. But 5 down and 3-4, Osa has been playing very well in those fronts. And I said that. I said every time we play 3-4, Osa look good. So I think the good thing about this coaching staff is they've been lockstep. They making me look good because they've been lockstep with me in film. Like y'all been talking about Kenneth Murray. The coaches call him K9. Why they like him? Because the shit that they watching on film is the same shit I'm watching on film. Y'all been saying Osa is playing average, and he has, but they also witness him play well. And they say, "Oh, what games are we playing well up front, and which ones ain't we playing well?" Well, he played well when we play this 5 down or 3-4. So now we stay in it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they understand because the 5 down or 3-4 was not Eberflus' preference. That's not his scheme. His scheme is 4-3, but he adjusted, and that I haven't seen from him. So he showed in the beginning of the season he was very stubborn. But I think Schottenheimer getting in that room and saying, "All right, well, what are we doing well? These are the things we're doing well, and these are the things that would give an offensive coordinator trouble if you were to do these things like the 5 down or 3-4. This would give me trouble if I was trying to run the ball or trying to throw the ball because it's one-on-ones everywhere. So why don't we continue to do that, Eberflus?" And it seems like he's listening. So I like it. I like it. But Osa's been playing great since Quentin Williams got here. He was playing average before that. He was okay. But he was always good in the 3-4 or 5 down. Gotta get in the season. No guarantees next season. Facts. CD had a resume and got paid. A few years of production. Pickens is nice, but different circumstances. Yeah. Yeah. Pickens gonna get something here. He gonna get paid. But if he gets stuff tricked off the block, that's on him. Don't go nowhere because you're gonna go somewhere and you're gonna be Amari Cooper. You're gonna have a couple good seasons, but you're gonna bounce around a little bit. No, you don't got the same rapport with the team or the quarterback, and you might be here, might be in the league, might not, but people gonna forget you exist. I guarantee it. That's what's gonna happen. So, and I'm not hating. I'm just saying receivers and quarterbacks that have good rapport should never break up. Never. Stay together. That's dumb as hell. Y'all both need each other. That's why Hurts and AJ Brown, whatever soap opera they got going over there is stupid. Like they got something else going on. It's not football related. I know it's not because I watch Hurts screw this up so bad, not throwing the ball to this man the rest of the season. Now, sometimes you might get a little bit of front office action. Maybe they say don't throw him the ball because we don't want to resign at the same price or something. I don't know, but they not throwing that man the ball on purpose, or they wasn't. Now you throwing them the ball, but it's too little, too late. Like y'all already, they kind of on your ass, and your offensive line hurt, and now you want to lean on him and throw him the ball. But hey, it ain't gonna work a lot like that. My only question is why is Jalen Tolbert still getting play time? I would love to see more Flournoy. I resent that statement because again, the same way I say about Murray, same thing I'm gonna say about Tolbert. Tolbert do a lot of dirty work shit for this team. And like games like the Green Bay game, we don't tie that game if Tolbert don't make that weird ass, crazy ass catch that he made. You know what I'm saying? Tolbert has made some plays. So has Flournoy. Flournoy is definitely better. I'm not gonna argue with you. So is Mingo. But I still think that Tolbert has earned his spot on his team, especially last year. He had 7 touchdowns. But is he the guy? No. But think of when you had, remember, Jordy Nelson, James Jones, Donald Driver, and Jennings, Greg Jennings with Green Bay, right? Yeah, all these receivers. And you'd be like, damn, why James Jones keep getting on the field? Or why Donald Driver? Why you keep relying on Donald Driver? Because those are the dirty work bulls. They go do the dirty work and that's what's making quarterbacks want to throw the ball to them and fuck with them. They doing the shit that you don't see. Pickens is a true villain, and I love it. I heard he posted a picture of Mahomes' wife with the caption, "We about to feast." Oh, dirty man. He got stopped that though. You don't want to get nobody locker room material. He said that's going away this year. So the Collier, the Eagles content creators are now sounding like us the last few years of Kellen Moore years here with the Cowboys. Yeah, they mad. They mad. But they don't understand. Like I said, they didn't listen to me. So they thought that I was hating. I never hated on Hurts my life. I don't hate on him just because he an Eagle. Tell Jerry and son to sign Pickens today. Facts. Gotta get. I already read that. Thanks for answering my question, by the way. Erislandy Lara robbed against Canelo? Yes, he was. He beat Canelo flat. Do you think that the defensive coordinator should go or no, since they defense has been playing good. Since they got Williams and Logan, I think he should stay. I don't want no like think about it. He go, then you gotta now hope that the next one come in and know what to do, and then he gotta have his adjustments, and he got players that he like that he don't like, and then you fuck up the chemistry again. Now that Eberflus has proved that he can play with a good talent, keep him with good talent, and now give him what he needs to continue to be consistent. I want a defensive coordinator that's been here and that will be here, that's not looking to be a head coach again, that don't mind being a DC, that will be here like Jimmy Johnson was there for the Eagles, like Dick LeBeau, who was a head coach for the Lions at one point, but went back to Pittsburgh and stayed with Pittsburgh for the rest of his career, like Dom Capers, who I think was a head coach at one point, but who went to Green Bay to see Super Bowls because he stayed with Green Bay all that time. Like Vic Fangio, who is now with the Eagles, who's making them look good. You need one that knows what to do, has his preferences, and grows with the team. And now that he's proved to me that he's not a total idiot when it comes to having talent on the field, he uses it correctly. Leave him alone. Let him stay. I have to give Eberflus credit. I didn't think he'd try new things. Me too. I had to give him his credit. In the draft, you have a stud at middle linebacker or stud tackle or stud safety. Who you taking? Right now, I mean, think about it. If you took a stud in the front seven, it doesn't matter where. If you take a stud middle linebacker, you know how good you just made your linebacker room when you got Demo and the rest of those guys in it. Demo and Logan Wilson and a stud middle linebacker. I say you take the stud defensive tackle if you had to take one. Stud defensive tackle. Yeah, I'll take that because it's already overkill in that room. So if you bring that room back and then you still have a young guy, like you don't got Jay Toia, you got Pernell Winfrey and a fucking killer, and you let Solomon Thomas go or something like that. Yeah, I think you do that. You do that. What's good, Cowboy Politics? What up, though? I think we on everybody. All right. Now let me see if I can get just a little bit of filming. I don't know. Let me try this shit. You know what I mean? Because it's almost over. So if they strike me after this, then they strike me. It's cool. I'm gonna go get some more footage though. Let me see. Boom. Hold on a second. Boom. Film room. Let me pull it up first. All right. Play situation. No. Passing. It's near the end of the game. It was Pickens in the end of the game. Where is that at? All right, so pass in the air. That was an under 10-yard pass in the end of the game. Yep, this the one. Boom. Yep. Boom. All right, here we go. Let me share this. I just wanted to see this play with y'all. Let me see where I'm at. All right, let me share my screen. And boom, I'm sharing that. Share it. Let me go back over here. Make sure y'all can see it. Yep, blow it up. Oh, remove that. All right, let me get back over here. Blow this up. All right, so you got GP at the bottom of the screen. Hold on, let me make sure y'all can see this one more time. Make sure, because I'll start talking. Y'all can't see shit. All right, yeah, y'all can see. All right, let me go down to the bottom here. Let me hurry up. If they strike it, I'm out anyway, so it's cool. All right, boom. Let's watch some Pickens real quick. All right, GP at the bottom of the screen. Dak saw that safety vacate, right? As soon as he vacated, he already knew where he's going with the ball. think this is it. Yep. So 34 was actually a man. They in zero coverage. 34 is a man actually following Florida across the field. So they wasn't even buzzing underneath. This was just one on one. But Dak put the ball on him fast. So right now, look at that. Boom. He just be whenever he placed the ball with GP do what he's supposed to do with it. But this play right here, what I wish would have happened. Watch Hunter Lipke. Just hold him up. Hunter, right there. He help him out. You know what I mean? Somebody grab that man. You know what I mean? Florida tried to do it at the end. This was a beautiful play, man. Beautiful. Did his thing. And they was getting in there too. They was coming. Boom. You should have let Florida block that man, though. Slowed up, let him block him. We'd have had a touchdown on that. But still, nonetheless, great play. Let me see. Boom. Go back down. All right, let me see what else we got. I want to watch some coverage, man. Let's watch some defense. Dallas defense. Defense. First, let's watch them versus the run. Because we're gonna watch the effect of let's watch the effect of oh, y'all want to watch third downs. Let's watch third downs. Let's see. Let's watch third downs. There's 14 third down plays. Yep, 14 third down plays. Let's see. Let me make sure y'all can see first. All right. Boom. Yep, y'all can see. Boom. He said, although our defense has started slow with the slow out the gate with the acquisitions, our defense is becoming more solidified for us. We're only getting healthier. Diggs, Bland, and Revel as starters with depth. Okay. Yep, I agree. All right, let me get back over here. Boom. All right, boom. I don't know what's happening here. This is third down, no. And let's see what happens. He scrambles on this play, but let's see why. It's man coverage across the board. Who's our spy? We don't have one. Oh, no. Demo's the spy. And right now, he's at the bottom of his or the top of his drop. Boom. And somebody's in his lap already. Kenny Clark is right there in his face. Who's on his back? That's Quentin Williams on his back. And then you got Demo in the middle of the field. But look at the coverage. Everybody is covered. Everybody. So he takes off. Boom. You see all that space he took off. Boom. Yeah. Good coverage. Let me pull back out of there. Watch them on this play. Let's watch them. Watch Murray and Clark. We haven't had this from defense. 2 defensive tackles that could 3 that could do this. Look at them. They both in 4 tech. They both in 4 tech, split wide on third down. Boom. Crashing the B gaps together. Clark won. Williams already won. He can't stay in the A gap. He can't. It's like, and right there, Clark, man, you gotta make that, bro. He tried to clobber for the ball. Instead of tackling the ball, you should have just grabbed that man and laid out. Clark could stop that. He was trying to go for he went for the okie doke, the overtow. He went overboard. Plays like this one was crazy too. Look at this. Stood the whole line up. So the line is like, there's nowhere to go. There's a wall right there in the A gap. Boom. Nowhere to go. Nowhere to go, man. Quentin Williams and motherfucking this Osa this time. Quentin Williams and Osa. Let's see. Boom. Osa just crashed inside. There is no A gap. And if you run the grass right now, there is no grass to run to because as soon as he sees the grass that he thought he could get to, Clowney's in it. And Clowney almost made the play. Yeah. Crazy shit, man. Watch every third down. So that was third down. We know we got scored on first down after that. You got Logan Wilson on the field. We look like we in zone because of the way Reddy Stewart is moving. He might be in man. Nope, they are in. It don't matter. They're running. Nowhere to go. See what we got. Solomon Thomas and Quentin Williams. Let's see what they're doing. See how they attack the line. Let's see the get up on. Solomon already got rid of his man already. He's shedding his double. All right, he split it. All right, he climbs. Wilson fills that gap. Demo gets underneath his block and makes the tackle. Boom. Beautiful shit. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's see what this is. This a pass. This don't matter. I think this was like, you know, they was third and forever on this one. Boom. They gets nothing. They off the field again. Punt. We get another play. These is not it. Boom. All right. This play, this was 3rd down and 2. Let's see what happens. Why didn't he throw the ball? So Murray is playing spy. They got man everywhere else. Everybody's manned up. Boom. He sees that it's just him and Murray and everybody else is manned up. And then he doesn't have any time in the pocket to sit there. He got to get out of there. Murray. Boom. Good tackle, though. Y'all say Murray trash. That was a good open field tackle. I guess Murray played like trash in this game, too. I don't know, man. Look good to me. Boom. This ain't easy. Boom. That ain't easy. Good tackle. 4-yard gain. Let's see what we got here. Let me make sure I ain't hit because you know I get hit after about 5 minutes. They ain't get me yet. Good. All right, let me go back in there. Let me get back in there. Boom. Boom. Let's see what happens on this one. All right, he's at the top of his drop. Boom. We in zone this time. Look like cover 2. Yep, it's cover 2. Murray is covering Kelsey up the seam. Kelsey is covered. But now you got Worthy sneaking up the seam. Worthy is running into both Bell and Hooker. And Hooker, he can't even get to them. Let me see. Boom. This time he almost gets tripped by both of those guys. And then boom. Yeah, right there he got sacked. He tried to throw the ball away, but got sacked at the end of that. But they look good in coverage. Let me see what D was looking at elsewhere. See the route combination. Same play. Let me see what happens. Yeah, there's really nowhere you can go with the ball. They tried to flood. They were running a flood concept. They were flooding that side of the field or sail routes on that side of the field and get sacked. Nothing happens. Let's see what they do up front. Let me just look at it. I want to see how it looks. Probably look good. Quentin Williams, let's see what he do. Quentin they just ran a little twist, him and Houston. Quentin need to widen out right here. Houston already got him dead to right inside. All Quentin had to do was go upfield instead of he cut Houston off. That would have been a sack. All he had to do was stay straight up the field instead of cutting in. If he ain't take such an angle, he would have had him dead to right if they had him in the kill zone. But he cut inside and he actually tripped up Houston because he played that wrong. Quentin did, but still good play. So we blitzing here. Clowney's playing that heat seeker. So is who else is jumping out? What is this? So Clowney gonna pull back and get in coverage as Rocco's blitzing. Clowney is playing the hot zone. So Clowney jumps with it into the trips right, so that he can, I guess, rally and try to help force an interception here. All right, boom. And they called this a pass interference. I don't really think that was a pass interference either. He was blocking it. But you ain't supposed to block even your man. It's still pass interference. It's something. You ain't supposed to hold your man upfield even if you're on offense. And that's what he was doing. So that's what they called. All right, let's watch the run next. I want to watch the run a little bit. Boom. Let's see. Hunt up the middle, no motherfucking game. And when you doing this up the middle and you up, even if you was up, It don't mean shit if you can't run the clock out against these guys, man. You can't do it. Your best bet is hope one of these guys get injured because they healthy, you dead. Look up the middle. So look at the offensive line. It's only 4 down linemen on the defensive line. Watch this, boom. Right now, that entire offensive line is occupied by this entire defensive line. Then you got one climbing, 76 the center. No, not the center. The left guard is climbing to block Demo. He blocks Demo here. Now you got Murray free, but don't matter. He never even makes it to Murray because Sam Williams and motherfucking Quentin Williams get him out of here, and so do Demo. So it's like those linebackers don't have as much to do because they don't have to. You're not even gonna get to them. Sheesh. Good coverage. Who's that covering him? Who that? Oh, that's Bland. This was Bland's specialty right here. Yeah, you ain't doing that one. Yeah, that's Bland. You ain't gonna get too many of those crossing routes on Bland. Not gonna happen, scrap. All right, let me see what else we got. I don't care about none of that. Let's see. Oh, this is the play I was talking about where he had time to get the ball to Worthy finally, and that's because of the scramble drill, and that's only because we just missed him. So Quentin, let me see what we doing before that happens. So we in zone right now. It's cover 3, looks like. Yeah, we look like we in cover 3 or cover 1 robber. And yeah. Oh no, he fell. It wasn't zone. He just fell down. So we were in cover 1 with a robber. So but Wilson, who's the robber on this play, trips. Who is that that's covering him? He tripped what's his face? Bridges slow ass. Bridges is like a clumsy young bull. So watch Bridges on Worthy. Bridges got outside release on this. Boom. He takes Worthy. And he's supposed to carry that across the field, which he's doing okay right now. He's gonna fall right there because you're not paying attention. And then Mahomes gonna find that and hit it right there. Boom. That wasn't nobody's fault other than Bridges because he fell. But honest mistake. But that wasn't Eberfluss's fault. I thought that was like a soft spot in the zone. I didn't know what play they actually ran. I thought maybe he just had too much time and the zone collapsed because of the scramble drill. But no, he fell. So that's news to me. Let's see. Boom. Oh, Quentin did it again though, or Ezraku this time. As tripped. If he don't trip right there, it's over for you. If Ezraku don't trip, it's over for you. You did. It don't even happen. Ah, man. All right, let's go to the run real quick and then we can get over with. Yeah, I just want to see the rush attack inside. Let me just put this sideline shit out of here. Let me get back to it. Boom. These all the run plays, so I want to see Murray. I'm watching Murray because I know what the defensive line is going to do. They're going to cause chaos. Look at all this misdirection. They ain't fall for none of that. Wasn't nowhere to go anyway. So when you look at what happened here, so they're running. What is this shit? This is outside zone. This was like a jet yo-yo, which was dumb as hell to stop his feet. If you're gonna have him on the jet sweep, let him keep going. But they were trying to get Morris Leofile to follow backside, and he didn't. He went upfield. Boom. He meets this block like he should. So there wasn't nowhere to go out there anyway. And then Sam Williams just crashed the B gap and tackles his ball. Good play for Sam Williams, though. Sam Williams has been playing good the last couple of weeks, man. That knee looked like he's starting to get in the mid-season form. He's looking better. We looked at this one already. They're going to just flat stop this for no gain. Boom. Yeah, we looked at this one already. Next. There's 7 inside runs, and I don't know how many to the outside, but I'm going to check those out too. I think they get about 4 yards on this play. Mm, we watched this play too. This is all demo. We watched that play already. See what's next. All right. Also, Diggy Sue and Fowler. There wasn't no linebackers out there on this play. Murray is covering. This is what I try to tell everybody. Murray was covering Kelsey. His responsibility as a linebacker has been solely coverage now because they're like, we don't even need you. When we got 5 down linemen, we don't need you. They gonna stop the run themselves. Look who they got behind the line. Wilson. Why Wilson can just run around? Ain't nobody even touched him yet. They got him now. But it don't matter. You're not gonna get to the second level against the 5 down because look at these motherfuckers. Look at them. That's wild. They really they daring you to run at them. They say, yeah, run at this. You got no linebackers. Come get it. Getting nowhere. Getting nowhere. Again, now you got look like Demo is covering Kelsey here, and you got Murray is covering Hunt. Maybe are they in zone? Let's see what they doing. Boom. Now they first step is forward, so he read and run. Demo is boom. Demo read and run. Boom. Sam Williams just squashed that though. There go another tackle for loss for Sam Williams and Quentin Williams. We saw that one before too though. You getting nothing up the middle though. It's wild. Here's 6-yard run right here. What we got for you? Pacheco. Ew. Demo. How you accelerate off a block like that? He getting blocked. So they climb to the second level. There's a lot of space. Demo gets blocked here. Watch this. Bench press bull. Get off him. And still hit with some oomph. After bench pressing a man with no knees. You ain't got no fucking knees. And you doing that? Crazy. That's crazy work, man. How you playing with no knees? Better than people with 2 knees. Like Shamar James got 2 knees and 2 good feet. Yeah, he can't do shit. Again, boom. He's still look how he's stuck in quicksand right now. Look at James. He out here right now. Look at him. Let's watch James over there. Look how long you could like see him thinking. That's how long it take him to change directions and make a decision. So boom, he here. All right, boom. Look at him. Ball steps this way. Boom. He all the way over there. Boom. Yeah, it's okay. He ain't do too bad, but Clowney made a play on that. All right, that was all 7 of those. Let me make sure they ain't strike me yet. Let me come back over here. Let me see. Did they get me? Nope, they ain't get me yet. So we're gonna keep going. Keep going. Keep going. He said, yeah, he said you from Philly? Yeah, bro. He said I could hear it in your lingo. Yeah, I'm from Philly, bro. I was born in Texas, but I've been raised here in Philly since I was 5. So I'm a Philadelphian. You know what I mean? But that's how I became a Cowboy fan. I'm from Texas. But no, I was raised here in Philly. Yeah. I'm Army bred. So my mama was down there. My mama here, Papa here, everybody here, man. You know what I mean? Let me see. This is Hunt to the outside. Hunt got some yards outside though. Let me see. Hold up. This is a good climb, right? Let me see what happened. What they got going on. The jet sweep moved everybody out of position. Boom. Sealed the backside with Kelsey. Nice. They sealed they blocked off Quentin Williams, pushed him out of his gap, and then combination block, climb to Demo. Boom. Beautiful. Good vision by Hunt. And then boom. Kenneth Murray holds on for dear life. 14 yards. Another 7 yards here. Let's see what happens. Outside is the only place they've been able to run. So, all right, boom. They running all outside. But as a Raku, you took an inside move on an outside run. You got yourself pushed out of your gap real fast. And that's why you gave up a little bit of yards there. They just caught him slipping. They caught him pass rushing. This is a 17-yard in the round. Only place you're gonna get any yards on this team is outside, but you're not gonna run outside consistently. You're gonna do that. Like these don't work all game. You can't do them a whole game. You know what I mean? You could try, but I don't think you're gonna get nowhere doing it. Clowney everywhere too. He making plays all over the place. He chasing shit down 17 yards down the field. Look at where the linebackers at. They daring you to run the ball. They gonna run it too. Look, they daring you to run. That's how you know, like people ain't watching it. Like Murray trash. Murray shut down Kelsey. And why he ain't check into a pass play right here? If you saw bum ass Murray was on Kelsey, why we ain't just check to a pass play? Why not? Because I guarantee you, when I show you the pass plays that they not throwing to Kelsey, Murray on him covering the shit out of him. That's why. Y'all see it. Here we go again. Let's see what we doing here. Boom. On a scrimmage with Demo. Running off tackle with Mahomes. This is a scramble. Yeah, I seen this one. Boom. Yeah, I seen this one. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, he just in and out of you. My dog's snoring. I don't think y'all can hear him. Yeah, he bounced off that. This right here, I just So you get off that leg tackle, boom. As he arm tackle and Osa arm tackles. Ew. And Quentin Williams in there. Yeah, he got off all of them motherfuckers. That was a good attack. He broke all that. That was he trying to win. He wanted to win. Boom. That was beautiful too. They had this happened twice. I think Mahomes did it once, and yeah, Mahomes did it once, and then Rice fumbled too. Good play. Good play, Wilson. See, look where Kenneth Murray is. They assigned Kenneth Murray to Kelsey the whole game. He's covered. That's his only job. cover Kelsey. They don't even give a fuck about him in the run. You just cover Kelsey the whole game, bro, with your two bad ankles. Let me see what we got here. Osa in his gap. Quentin Williams is scraping. So is Sam Williams coming across. Bam. Sam Williams versus the run been way better. He was trash earlier in the season versus the run. He was getting on my nerves because he kept crashing the B gap, but it was like it just wasn't working. Well working. He just kept missing, kept giving up outside runs. Where's Kenneth Murray, y'all? He's covering his man, Kelsey. That's his only assignment. It's coverage. His job is different now. Y'all ain't understanding. But I don't understand why nobody understand. He playing his true position, which is will. Boop. There go Demo doing his thing, though. On the ball, hit the ball. MOs. Now he's spying because Kelsey ain't on the field. So what he got to do? Oh, Kelsey is on the field. He got Hooker on him over there. So he's spying. Good shit. Good shit, K9. Y'all gonna hate on that too. They're like, well, he had no choice with tackle. Yeah, man. Where to play at? Come on, man. Take too long. You know I'm about to get the flag. I'm about to get flagged anyway. Come on, man. Hurry up. 5 down. This little 3-4 look, I like it. To the point where you could have no motherfucking linebackers out there. Again, you got Donovan Wilson behind the line of scrimmage. Look at this. They're gonna get 4 yards. Yeah. Because we smacking shit. They still smacking shit. Crazy. Clowney, no gain. Let's see what happens here. Another one. Let's see how many linebackers we got. One. Oh, we got both of them on the field, but one of them is covering Kelsey. That's Deem. No, they in zone. They in zone. Based off the alignment. Look like zone. Yeah, this zone. Gets nowhere. Why? It's running the inside zone. And who fucks this up? I think Quentin Williams. Go on, screw this up for you. Let's see Quentin Williams. Watch him. Boop. Yep. He gets turned, but he pushes 52 into the backfield. And then Osa pushes his guy to the backfield and gets off because of Quentin Williams. They now doubling Quentin Williams. They freed up Osa. And then Ezraku sealed the edge. So he has to cut this back. As soon as he tries to, Clowney right there to clean that up. Beautiful shit. Yeah. Yeah, they jacking up there. Yeah, it's like they daring you to run this whole game. Like like linebacker box. You got to beat him right there at the spot, Wilson. Come on, Wilson. Come up and bang on me, man. You better than that. You was kind of slow to react. Here, Wilson, get him. You kind of lackadaisical. Don't start doing the LVE shit. Maybe you shouldn't wear 55. You white and you wear 55. You should wear another number, man. Cause you might get the LVE curse. Come on, man. Yeah, smack this bull. What you doing? Smack him. Good tackle though. But don't be doing that. Quentin Williams, man. Yo, oh shit. This the one I was talking about. Like he tried to hurt Buddy. Watch this. This like the Roy Williams tackle, but from the waist. Watch this. He's leg. You see his leg pinned under him right there. This is what happened to CD too. This tackle right here is dirty on the low, but they just know how to do it. You know what I mean? Where it's legal and it's going to remain legal because you can't stop nobody from doing this. But they try to that hip drop when they drop like that, they try to stop you from getting yards. But if they get that leg pinned from under, like you gonna get Priest Holmes. Remember Priest Holmes tore his hip up and all that. Fuck all that up. Just like when Roy Williams used to fuck like T.O. up and Musa Smith and he got another guy from the Tennessee Titans with it too. He was hurting everybody with that jump. Like that tackle nasty. Get him, Wilson. Wilson looked like he slow. Come on, Wilson. You run faster than that, buddy. Come on, my guy. That's it. That's all of them. I'm gonna stop sharing now. Boom. Those are all the run plays for the day. You know what I mean? And let me see if they got me. They said there he is. Who did they get me? No, they ain't get me. That's beautiful. I made it through a whole John without them striking my channel. Said Fort Hood. How you know it's Fort Hood? Yeah, I'm from Fort Hood, from Coppers Cove, Texas, man. I was born in Darnell Army Hospital, man. Yo, Koy, Vach said, how the hell Demo tore every L in his knee? MCL, LCL, ACL, CDL is still fast as hell. Vach said he can't drive drive trucks no more though. That Vach, my man, funny as shit. Funny as shit. Weekends and holidays seems to be the best time to do film. I do it every day or whenever I feel like it. I guess. Clowney looks rejuvenation by the way everyone is playing. Yeah, he rejuvenated. I bet Demo got some stem cell knees. This current science is crazy. You know, it's crazy, funny, man. I won't say his name, but I got a client that I just acquired. A young boy, cool, little rapper, young boy from Philly. Or not from here, but he here. But you know, he got into a situation over a chick. You know, got shot 6 times and now can't walk, but he still got feeling in his legs. And you know, he moved into one of my facilities and he like, you know, he cool with me. He see all the stuff I do in Philly. So he like, oh man, yeah, man. I know Wallow my man, so I know that. And I'm like, yeah, I don't care about none of that, man. I'm here to help you. I'm not here to talk about what you see on Instagram or what you think I'm doing. I'm here to help you with this, right? So I'm trying to get his priorities straight. But he was talking to me about redesigning the wing of the building that he in instead of talking about his health. And I put him on stem cells. I just sent him. Actually, I just texted to him earlier. I was with him just now before I came here. But I texted him the video between Joe Rogan and Mel Gibson talking about stem cell research and the impact of it. Stem cells are crazy. I'm going to get some. I'm 42. And I'm going to go to Colombia or Panama or Tijuana. I'm going somewhere. You're going to inject me with some stem cells because I'm trying to live to 200. So, yeah, I love stem cells, man. My back, the way it's acting right now, I know if I don't, I probably going to need some surgery. But you give me some stem cells, I probably could heal naturally. You know what I mean? But I think Demo definitely got some stem cells in that knee because the way he's moving for a guy that tore his everything is crazy. He got no knees. Sam Williams needs some too. Flush throws Jazz before he adjusts by the second quarter. That's what I was going to say. Earlier in the video, I think I started talking about Flush, but I got away from that point. So good point, Cowboy Politics. Thanks for bringing that up. But Eberflush showed me how good he is as a coach because he did This is crazy. Go back and watch the video I did when we got Eberflus. What we saw, and just listen to what I said. I said Eberflus sets you up with vanilla shit. I said this in the preseason too, because we was watching. Remember when Booth got the pick six in the preseason? I think it was Atlanta game. I don't know what game it was, but I think it was Atlanta. But he got a pick six before we cut Booth. I said they set them up for that because they was playing these soft ass coverages, and I'm like, why are you playing off like that in the first quarter? He's playing off over and over again, and he gives you bullshit looks to get you, acclimated, and then he'll take that stuff away and see if you can adjust. He forces you to adjust, but he also adjusts as well because he automatically is going to adjust. But he did that in that game, and he did it on film when I was watching him with the Bears too. He will set you up. He will show you and give you a bunch of soft middle looks where he got like Sanborn covering wide receivers across the middle of the field, and then let me just show you better than I can tell you real quick. Watch this. Just so y'all understand, like, this shit real, man. And it's crazy. Let me see. I think I had more Eberflus back in the day. Man, where am I going back to? Eberflus. Boom. Here we go. Watch this. Just so you know that we for real. All right, so in the beginning of the games, watch this. Not this here. None of this. I won't go to Jerry Jeudy. Right here. So this is a setup. No, this isn't it. This isn't the play. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Here. So you see how Jeudy is you see the middle of the field, no middle linebacker. You see how we had all those looks with no linebacker in the middle of the field? Those looks dare you to attack the middle of the field. So he'll dare you to run up the middle or throw across the middle because ain't nobody gonna be in the middle. So you see that there's nobody in the middle of the field. They drew it out with that misdirection, and then they're gonna throw this slant to Jeudy, who's on a linebacker. This is why you see Kenneth Murray. When you say Kenneth Murray a bum, this is where you see, and I'm not saying Sanborn's a bum. I'm just saying if you don't see a bunch of these when he's lined up against receivers regularly, you don't see those receivers attacking Murray because Murray covering these. But Sanborn was on Jeudy here, and Russell Wilson hits him. Boom. You see the difference? He misses this tackle here, and you got nothing but space across the middle, right? Now, this is the first half of that game, right? Now, after this, he'll give you this. Why? Because now he's going to get you excited because what the offensive coordinator says, oh, now I can attack these open middle looks. Let's attack the middle of the field, right? Watch this. This is the adjustment he'll make. This ain't the same game, but this is what he does in games where he'll show you that same look. So now if you scouted that and said, hey, you can attack the middle of the field against Eberflus, watch this. He'll show you that same look. Nobody in the middle of the field now, right? They're playing man a little bit. And this is what Kenneth Murray be doing. What you see Edmonds doing right here is just, he playing the backfield and he mugging the line of scrimmage. But they're asking him to do different things from this position. This is a Eberflus trait, right? But watch what the safety does. That safety gonna rob all the way across the field. So you got Jalen Johnson one-on-one. Everybody else is playing inside leverage or outside leverage, forcing the ball inside. Boom. Watch this. Boom. So he's robbing the seam right now. Boom. He gets off that because he sees Kirk Cousins is off that. So now that safety's going to follow his eyes to the middle of the field. He robbing the dig right now, and Kirk Cousins can see that. So now he's like, all right, I got to throw to the far side of the field. To who? You either got to make a deep throw where you ain't got no time to get deep. So you got to throw that little in and dig route all the way across the field, but you ain't got time. So now you throw an air throw late. You know what I'm saying? He'll trick you into having to target who he wants you to target when he does it correctly. So hopefully this is the Eberflus we have now. Because the one we had, you see how they soft coverage here? Watch this. See the soft coverage on this play? He does this too. He'll set you up with soft coverages. Here, boom. But see, now he about to take away the middle of the field on this one, right? He forces you to target this guy. So look at the safeties. They arrive in the middle of the field, deep and shallow. And then there's man everywhere else, right? The only place you don't got no safety help is with your best corner, Jalen Johnson. So now he got to be great. One-on-one, boop. You know what I mean? Even though they gave him pass interference for that, which they shouldn't have. But that's what happens in his scheme. Same thing here. Boom. Watch the rest of the field. So again, you think I'm like just guessing. I'm not. I watch a lot of film, buddy. Same rotation with the safeties. Rob in the middle of the field. It's chaos in the middle of the field, and it's man on the outside, right? Now you got to do what? Late at that. You can't get what you're looking for in the middle. So you got to throw the ball to the perimeter. That's why I say Diggs down the stretch. If we're playing like this, Diggs down the stretch is going to be dangerous. Because if you force a team to throw the ball late and air it like this right here at Diggs, I'll take these all day from Diggs. Diggs will do this all day. He'll do this all day. That's why I said Diggs would play better in this scheme, but I guess without a good defensive line, this scheme ain't worth a shit because Eberflus wasn't doing none of this. He wasn't doing none of this. This was them versus the run. Everybody tried to tell me Sanborn was trash. I'm like, y'all crazy. Y'all don't know who the fuck Sanborn is. Don't know who Sanborn is, buddy. Sanborn was balling for Chicago, man. He was every watch this. This is the same game. In the same game, Sanborn was everywhere. Look at this game. This is just all Sanborn right here. Watch it. Sanborn was everywhere. And y'all was like Sanborn trash. Y'all was like Shamar James. Shamar James is not better than Sanborn. Y'all crazy. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. And these are some of the 3-4 looks he used to run before. So see, this is that same 5 down. Well, right now, this is where Morris Leofau be. Where Sanborn is right now, that's where Morris Leofau usually is in these 4-3 unders that he'll run. He'll run 4-3 under and he'll be one of the 5 down. Right now, Morris Leofau does that. And sometimes you'll see Ezeraku in this position. Boom. I thought it would be Mozzie here, but Mozzie ain't the fuck here. Bye, Mozzie. Boom. They collapse the middle of the field like they do with this front. And watch Sanborn, though. Sanborn nasty, man. He just not nasty in this linebacker room now. Sanborn was balling for them. He's balling. It's that same 3-4 look. Watch this. See that? Same look. This is before we got. So it's funny how people act like he just started this year, right? And I saw it on film before we started this season, and somehow we doing it this season. And I don't know what I'm talking about though when I speak. I guess I don't know. I'm just a guy on YouTube, right? I guess. There goes Sanborn again. Sanborn is making plays everywhere, but he trash. He trash. Sanborn trash. They all crazy. Sanborn trash. Just Edmonds. Edmonds gonna miss this. Boom. Yeah, he missed that. I remember that. There goes Sanborn again at the Sam, his true position. You don't see him in the middle of the field though, do you? Because that ain't his position. This is where he's supposed to be at. He's a smart Sam linebacker, which is rare. Usually Sam linebackers are dumb and aggressive. I was showing that Micah can play anywhere in this scheme, any position, any of these positions that you see, he could have played them all. Where Edwards is, where Sanborn is, where 90 is, it don't matter. He could have, where Sweat is, any of those positions he could have played. Even Edmonds. Boom. There go Sanborn again. Look at Sanborn, man. What's up, Sanborn? Let me give you some shine because it's calling you ass. Watch this. Get under the block. Get cut back. Sanborn. Look at Sanborn. Make him Sanborn. Get off the block. Get a Sanborn. Get out of here. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Leave that boy alone, man. Talking shit to that boy, man. Leave him alone. Anyway, I had fun, y'all, man. I've been up here 2 hours, man. It's been a while though, but I had to come up here and fuck with y'all. Let me see. Do I got y'all want to watch some more shit? I think I got some more shit. I got some more old stuff that we can watch. Y'all can pick a player and I'll put it up there. Maybe. Let me see. Yeah, Fluss seemed like he owed Vegas a few favors. Yeah, he probably did. He said, I like the way he schemes up the run. Fluss can do that. I just want people to know that Fluss will be here next year. Yeah, he will. There's no way you're getting rid of him after giving him what he wants. He gave him what he wants. Now you're gonna see what it's hitting for. I think they would have kept Zimmer if Zimmer wanted to be a defensive coordinator. I don't think Zimmer wanted to do it again. He wanted an opportunity to uh, run the team and no, go ahead, be the DC. The offense also spotted those team points. I wouldn't put up all those scores on the D. I wouldn't either. Yeah, there was some interceptions actually. Yeah, Quinn Williams came in the locker room on some gorilla pimp mental. Got cats in a bag. Yeah, he got them playing with heart. Yeah, you gotta go out and take it, like he said. His name pronounced Eberflus. I don't care. Eberflus. Y'all be mad about semantics. People be like, "What you think I can't read?" Is Eberflus? Eberflus? Who gives a shit? I don't care. I don't know that man. I'm not. But if he said it, okay, Matt Eberflus. Okay, there you go, Flus. Plus, who cares? My name is Darius. People call me Darius. People call me Darius. My family call me Darius. And then Coit is my last name. They call me Coit, a Colt. Do it all the time. People fuck my name up too. I know I have said it on X. When Murray learns this defense, he will be good, but he is a natural will. Yeah, he is. That's what he's playing right now, and that's why he's playing good. He said, "My man is still going." That's what I'm talking about. I ain't got shit to do right now other than go deal with my sick fiance. She's sick as hell. She's throwing up upstairs. And I go help her. She got the flu. Other than that, I'm cool. He said, "What's your thoughts on the rest of the season? What's your final record for us?" I think we went out. I think we go 11-5-1. I don't think the Lions looked that good. You weren't here earlier, but the Lions under Dan Campbell have looked average, and they don't have Amon-Ra St. Brown. I would like to see what Jahmyr Gibbs can do against us, but they also have an injured right guard. I think their right guard is injured, I believe. So at the end of the day, I think we play well. We line up against them well anyway with that 5 down front. I think we'll play a lot of 5 down against the Lions and force them to throw the ball. And I think that will put Goff in a bad position because the difference between Goff and Mahomes and Goff and Hurts and Goff and even, let's say, what's his name? Geno Smith, or even Goff ain't running nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. He gonna be in the pocket. You gonna know where to find him. So I think that they look kind of average. The Lions is not the line. None of these teams we played so far are the same team from last year. Lions ain't the same. The Eagles ain't the same. And the Chiefs ain't the same. So I don't look at them like you would look at them on the schedule as being an automatic loss, because who would have said we'd have beat both Super Bowl teams back to back? Nobody thought we was going to do that, especially the way we started the season. You look at the rest of the season, I think everybody looked at the schedule, was like, oh, man, draft time. A lot of these content creators did that. When I told them not to do that, they did it anyway. But they started talking about draft. Now everybody talking about the Super Bowl or playoffs, right? But I don't look at the Lions as being scary. Then you got who else we play? We gotta play the Vikings. So Lions, Vikings, Giants, Washington, right? Those are 4. There's only 4 more games. How many more games we got? 5 or 4? Lions. Oh, the Chargers in there. Chargers. I ain't scared of none of them. I ain't scared of no team. Not scared of none of them. Even Herbert. I'm not scared of no pocket passes. And then McCarthy, JJ McCarthy, whatever his name is. I ain't scared of him. I'm not scared of Herbert, because Herbert he ain't gonna run nowhere. I don't care about no pocket passer. If you're a pocket passer against these pocket collapsing ass defensive tackles we got, you a dead man. I really do believe that. You got to be able to move and get the fuck up out of there. Otherwise, you a dead man. You can't play against this team and you can't get outside the pocket and make noise. You can't. So I think we look very good against all the quarterbacks that we lined up against. Jameis Winston, he ain't going nowhere. Now Daniels, the Washington game is probably the only game I'm thinking like, yeah, that might be. They play us tough usually, even though we beat them this year already. But they play us tough. So that's the only quarterback that I think can get away from these guys. But I don't know what he about to do. But if you can't get out of the way, you're dead. There is no pocket. is gone. They collapse and shit. So if you can't evade traffic and still make plays, and then how often you gonna have to do that the whole game, and you only gonna do that. That's good for 1 or 2 big plays a game. You can't do that all game against us, against nobody. Nobody's gonna be successful getting out the pocket and just throwing the ball upfield all game. It don't work like that. So, you might do it in a moment where it count, like you saw with Shador in the Browns game. Yeah, you might see that once a game, twice a game. But if you got to do that to win, I'll take our chances. I think we went out. I think we went out. He said, for facts, Mahomes saved himself. Yep. Yep. He said, you a dead man. That's a fact. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He said, yeah, I want to see that as well, but he's the same. You want to see what did he say? He's talking about. He said, I want to see Morris at the mic. Yeah, he's not gonna play Mike here though, because we got too many of them. For whatever reason, the staff doesn't rock with him. Early on, should have been Sanborn and Sam, Morris at the mic, and Murray at the wheel. Yep, that's what I would have did. I think what the coverage is though. See, the way Eberflus runs his scheme, I see why he doesn't put Morris at the mic. He likes a cover 2 mic. He like coverage linebackers. Morris ain't a coverage linebacker. He can cover. He can cover in his own. But if you stress him out and ask him to take on assignments like you're going to ask Wilson or Demo or Murray to do, meaning, hey, go over there. I need you on this blitz to mug the line of scrimmage or run up under the slot and cover that and tackle it in the over. He ain't doing that. Morris is running the line of scrimmage. He a downhill middle linebacker if he's a middle linebacker. Run the line of scrimmage and kill some shit. Stop the run. He could do that. Yeah, you all day. Play zone in the middle of the field and smack shit. Do that. Be physical. Yeah, but he's a Sam. He should be a Sam because of the way he plays. Yep. Going up 10 was huge in this game. Getting up 10 was hard in this game. They was up. We just climbed up there. Like, you can't stop them. Agreed. Our current D-line matches up very well in the remaining schedule. No mobility at QB equals fish in a barrel. Facts. You stay in the middle of the field, stand up against them, you're done. He said, I agree. Not sure why this staff isn't a fan of him. I like Morris. I think he a fan of Morris. I think he just hasn't played enough 4-3 over or under, because that's the package that he's in on. And Morris only sees the field like 10 plays a game, but he makes an impact in those 10 plays almost every time I see him. He always knocking somebody into next week. I mean, always. He did it again. He did it against the Eagles. I'm talking about just blockers. He'll hit anybody. This dude will hit anybody. I love Morris Leofau, man. Okoye, prayers and blessings to your fiance. Hope she has a short stint with the flu. Yeah, she's sturdy. She be all right. She probably mad I'm downstairs right now, but she ain't doing nothing but laying down. I'm like, I ain't trying to catch it. I'm gonna take care of you, but I ain't about to sit up under you, babe. You know what I mean? You probably watching this too. My bad. I'm sorry. She be mad. She gonna curse me out. I'm an asshole a little bit sometimes. I think. They don't say it. Well, she do say it. She call me that all the time. But I'm just saying, I don't mean it like a real asshole. I'm just a little bit. I like the way he schemes with the run. I read that already. All right, we got most of y'all off the way. Let me see. He said they seem to push Shamar James so hard. I hardly heard Shiley or Eberflus mention Morris. Ain't that something though? There's no way you could tell me that Shamar James is anywhere near Sanborn or Morris. He's not. They liked him for something though. I don't know why. And I'm not saying he's bad, but he's not good. He's what he is. He's what, 6th round draft pick, 5th round. He's somewhere up there. He play like it. He play like a special teamer. And I wouldn't have a problem with him if you didn't back him the way they back him. They make me come at him because they start talking like they have all these commentators talking like he was the savior. They did that with LVE, and that's what made me go in on LVE. I remember Jeff Kavanaugh was like, when 1 year, he's like, when LVE comes back because he was injured, we probably will get better versus the run. That's what I think. I said, yo, where? How? What are you talking about? What you talking about, bro? I fuck with you, but come on, man. You can't be doing that. Like, y'all can't be lying like that. Come on, man. People be just saying shit, man. Shamar James has not been good all year. There's nothing. The plays he made, nobody blocked him on none of those plays. The play when he makes a sack or he breaks up a pass and on a blitz, there's not like he's running through somebody's face and doing it. There's nobody blocking him. Okay, cool, good. In space, he's been trash. In coverage, he's been trash. Versus the run, he's been trash. Getting off blocks, he's been trash. And he makes plays when nobody touches him. Okay, cool. No, that ain't it. I can't think of an area of the game where he's better than Morris, except for nothing. Morris is just a heat-seeking missile, straight reckless abandonment. He's smart too, though. Morris is a smart player. Oh, sometimes you got to be an asshole. All the time, you gotta be an asshole because nice guys finish last. I'm a kind person. I've been nice before in my life too. I get treated crazy when I start being nice to people and shit. I started using that Southern hospitality in Philly, man. For one, here in Philly, I'm the same way though. In Philly, if somebody come up and they being nice, they usually want something or they trying to do something to you. Ain't nobody nice here. Nobody even say hi. So if somebody say hi, you look at them funny, like, why the fuck you talking to me? What you want? Because I know you ain't here to be kind or nice because people ain't like that here. You know what I mean? So yeah, nice guys finish last up this motherfucker. You'll get robbed being too nice here. Say hello and make a friendly eye contact and show your teeth and smile at people too often up here. You're gonna get shot or or robbed or something. Or they're gonna think you weird. Some shit like that. Mm-hmm. He said, yeah, I don't know why they not rocking with Leofau. Me either. Mars only had 5 defensive snaps versus KC, 8 versus Philly. Crazy. Yeah, that's wild. And he make plays in those. Like, you still see him on the screen in those little short bit of snaps. You still see him. Tired of seeing Wilson not playing over Murray. I ain't. Why? Here you go. Here another one. Go ahead. Tell me why. Why? Because some commentator said that shit to you and you saying it? Because why? Why? Because Wilson's still learning. And if you even just watch the KC game, Wilson got in. Wilson looked slow when he got in too. He was giving up plays. Not plays, but when he was chasing plays down, he wasn't getting to it. But why? Yeah. You must not have been here earlier because Bull said somebody told me Murray's playing like ass right now. And I'm like, where? Which game? What moments in the game? And we can watch the game. Because if you tired of seeing Murray on the field, I want to know why you're tired of it. You tired of him erasing receivers and tight ends now? Because that's all he's doing right now. So I don't understand it. And I don't want to go back into that pack, but you could tell me the game too. Because maybe I'm wrong. I ain't coming at you, brother. But you can tell me where I'm wrong at, and I will go find the game for you. Because I know it ain't a recent game. And if you go back, I know the games all before the last 3 games that he was playing as. I know which games to go to. And only like 2 where he had bad games. But which ones? You tell me. Because ever since the Washington game, he's been playing pretty good. I haven't had a problem with him. And you know why? Because in Washington, we started playing 5 down and 3-4. And since we did that, he hasn't had to shed no blocks. So he's been good versus the run and the pass. But even before Washington, he's been the only one good versus pass. So Wilson is a good addition because Wilson allows us to move those guys around and put him in his true position. But to say that he should be on the field and Murray should be benched, you disrespect. Murray's had a better season this year than Wilson has had on the team that he was on. Murray's been playing well, but y'all still giving him disrespect. He forced an interception in the Raiders game, looked good. He was running around sideline to sideline in the Eagles game. He's running around sideline to sideline in this game and tackling shit and spying. That's all he does, and he does it okay. And he covered Travis Kelce all game. Did Travis Kelce go off? So why would I want him off the field? I would want somebody off the field if he can't cover Travis Kelce and they got no. That's not what you're saying, bro. He said Morris owes us the Packers game though, and that is true. That's what got Morris in trouble probably. He hit that young boy in the Packers game, and that's why we got that tie. But outside of that, no. Yeah, that's that city exterior. You food being friendly in certain places. Yeah, you be too nice in the wrong place, They either gonna not trust you, you a cop, or something wrong with you. Cause why he's so we call it Joe, JoJo Familiar or Joe. It was JoJo Familiar back in the day from major figures. They made it and they said JoJo Familiar or Joe Familiar ass person. But we call it being Joe. Are you a Joe ass person if you're nice here? Don't be nice in Philly. Wilson played 30 snaps on D versus KC. So why y'all acting like he ain't been out there? I didn't even know he played that many snaps. I just feel like ceiling higher with Wilson, but he's not getting reps. Wilson. Well, he got 30 reps. They only played 60. How many? 70. He got 30 of them. How many do he need? All of them. So you shouldn't use Murray at all? Lies. Like I said, y'all turn it into a somebody got to walk the plank because another good player comes into the building. But I look at it as you just got deeper, and now you figure out a way to use everybody's talents to the best of their ability and put them in the best position to do well and do the things that they like to do. That's what we can do now. You put Wilson in on against obvious run teams. You put Murray in against Mahomes, guys that want to pass. Mahomes, you need Murray. Now that you got a 5 down scheme where those guys can stop the run, you can still put Murray on the field because Murray don't need to do much. Let me show you what he does in 5 down, and then we can go on and on. Let me see if I got the 3-4 looks. Boom. These are what they do in those 5 down looks that I like. I don't even know what's happening on this play. I think this is an Osa play, maybe. I don't know. Let's find out. Boom. Nope, that is a Shamar James waiting for the ball to hit him. All right, let's see. That is Murray making an open field tackle. What game I say he started playing well in? I said Washington, right? Ain't this the Washington game? Yeah. Oh, he's getting to it. Open field tackles galore. But we hate this. I don't know why we don't like this type of shit. We keep talking shit like this not good ball or something. It's 4 down. Boom. Get there. There you go again. This bad ball. It's Murray again. He's getting down. I thought this was against the 5 down. This is just him 4 down. These are good plays. I don't want to see him buried on the bench. I don't. He plays very well in space and in coverage. I like it. Boom. Here. These are not bad reps for Murray, folks. And he's been playing like this since the Washington game. This play, I think he actually somebody gives up a touchdown. Nope, this ain't the play. I think Shamar James give up a touchdown on one of these. This one right here, I think. Yep. Was it this one? No, it's not. Boom. That was Murray again. And that was Leofold doing his thing on this one. Like I said, Leofold don't even play that much, but every time he in, he almost making some sort of crazy play. This is a good play, right? You got to make these, and then they can't keep you off the field, though. Leofold, that's what I want to see him doing. Make those, and they can't keep you off the field. This the touchdown right here. So you see Murray right here in zone. He passing this tight end off to Shamar James, who don't know where he at, and he can't follow it because that's not his zone. Boom. Shamar James never moved. He just stared at the backfield, did nothing. Nothing. But they was like, people after this game was calling for Murray here. Like, how? How? He stopped because it's not his zone. Shamar James did nothing. That was Murray's fault. All right, here we go. Let's see. Let me see what Murray did on this one. Get downhill, get in the gap, force the cut. I mean, what else you want him to? That was a good ball there. He didn't do nothing wrong. Nothing. Now he spread out. He's covering the seam and driving. Boom. Good hit there. Where is this ass play that we talking about? I don't see it. It's like he playing like ass. Where? You said the Denver tape was bad? Okay, let's see. Because I agree that Denver, none of these guys look good versus Denver, but nope, you're wrong again. Because the one that they were supposed to call out versus Denver was James, and they didn't. That's what made me step up. So the guys that I'm talking about was the same thing. When I watched Denver, I watched them ignore the fact that here we go. Denver defense. Mars, Denver. What was bad bitch? I said this is called bad bitch. Wow. I don't know. Oh, that was voiceover. That ain't it. Why is that called bad bitch? There we go. Boom. Let me find something else. I'll be naming these Jones crazy sometimes. But they are. Mars versus Denver. They watch Mars versus Denver. I think some of these plays I got on here is Mars and them, right? Boom. This is Mars blowing somebody up in Denver. Bang. Yeah. But every time they played the 5 down in Denver, we looked good. Murray looked okay. Boom. Look at Mars, man. Mars is nasty, man. This play right here alone is like, you leave this on the field. Smack! Hell. I know they watching that in the film room and saying shit. Yeah, you got to pay attention to that. Let me see. So this is 4 down linemen, and this is when they struggle. Boom. They actually stopped this too. That was Mozzie before he left. Let me see if we can get that touchdown in here that they had. Let me see. That was a pass. Nothing there. I might not have that rep. Boom. That was when y'all said Reddy Stewart was playing good at safety. This was the game. Watch Reddy. This Reddy right here. Watch Reddy. Slice through there. Smack. Reddy fucking Stewart. Yeah, I mean, there was some reps that he was probably bad in the Denver game. But let me, I don't think I got the Denver film, so let me go do this manually for you. Because I do know there was reps that he's bad in Denver, but let's do it right. Let me just do it the way I should. Kenneth Murray. Boom. Let's go to Denver game. What was Denver? Week 9? No. Week 8? Yep. All right. On the field, 60 plays. Let me go versus run. So it's versus run that we interested in. Inside tackles versus the run. On the field for Kenneth Murray. Ain't got none. That's inside. What about outside? What else wrong? Hold up. Ain't no way. He got 60 plays, but none of them was inside run. What's going on? They're not letting me get to it. So I got to go through manually. No run stuff. So run stuff plays. Let's check them out. End zone. Let me share with y'all. Hold on. Let me share my screen. Boom. 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 Pause that. Let me go back over here and make sure y'all can see it. Because you know how they do me. Yeah, I like Reddy too. Reddy will hit you. He not really. Yeah. He said, I was hard on Murray early in the season, didn't know he was playing through an ankle injury. Yeah, he got hurt in the Giants game. And he missed time in camp. But he got hurt again in the Giants game. But hold on. Let me get back to this. Let me play this real quick. I don't know what happens here. This bland. Let's see what he does here. Boom. Get downhill. He ain't have nothing to do. Murray didn't. Let's see what he does on this one. He ain't really. Let's see. He got something to do here. Boom. Yeah. He'll get pushed out of there on that one, but really still want nothing to do. What the hell what was Leofold doing on this one? Let's see. I just seen chaos. They go 94 out there too. Boom. Leah 5. He just he gonna be a problem though for years to come. All right, that was all of those inside runs. All right, let's see what happens with the outside runs. No run stuff, I mean. All right, these are it's 25 plays versus the run on here. So like, we can go ham. All right. So let's see. When they got 4 down versus 5. So this is 4 down linemen with Bell in the box. Let's see how they run against this. Boom. When it's 4 down, it's like, that was okay in space for Murray, but when it's 4 down linemen, it's like he don't get downhill the same. When it's 5 down, he shoots gaps. But that was 1 rep, 7 yards. He made a tackle. This is for a 1-yard gain. Let's see how he play this. Boom. See what I'm saying? Now watch this. Watch this. I guarantee you, I didn't even check. I knew it was 5 down. I knew it was 5 down just for the fact that I just said when it's 4 down, he don't shoot. When it's 5, he plays it way different because 1, he don't get blocked, but 2, he plays the grass. So I don't know whatever his keys are. Whatever his keys are, he knows right now. Shamar James got this A side, front A side gap, right? Or A gap. He know he got that. So there's only one place to go, and he reads the grass, right? He be on that immediately. See what I'm saying? That's a 1-yard gain, almost tackle for loss, right? Boom. That's a good rep. After this game, they was like, Murray, need to get out of here. Now I'm gonna show you what they're gonna say it over, but it ain't that. Kyer Elam is the problem in this game. That's why he was cut, but he was the problem on all the big runs in this game. It was not Murray's fault. It was Kyer Elam, but nobody gonna say that. So Murray here is on the quarterback. That's his job. Quarterback. Boom. Watches the quarterback. Nothing for him to do on this play. All right, cool. Next. This is the 40-yard touchdown. Watch this. All right, this is on 4 down, not 5. Watch this. Let's see what happens. Boom. Sam Williams crashed the B gap. Murray's job is to what? Scrape over the top and replace. So scrape and replace. He gets sealed. So Murray got beat on this block, right? Shamar James got destroyed as well. So Murray right here, this is Sam Williams should have been outside, not inside. No way. Mozzie gets turned and sealed off and doesn't fight through that. He doesn't get through this block. You see Kyer Elam, he doesn't want no smoke either. Watch this. Watch Kyer. Boom. He gets outside. Boom. Right here, Kyer. This is Kyer's play to make right here. Murray's getting blocked. And you got now this should be cut back to the middle of the field because Kyer, all he has to do is show color right here. Watch this. Look, no. Is he free? Is Kyer Elam free? Yeah. Is Murray? No. And you see James on the floor, right? This should be cut back to the middle of the field. Why isn't it? Because Elam don't do shit. Look, Elam just let him run right past him. You see that? This is why he's not here. But guess who we blamed for this? Murray, who got blocked. You're going to get blocked certain plays. I've watched Fred Warner get blocked. James got blown up. We ignored that. And I came at Jeff Kavanaugh about that because he said something about this play specifically talking about Murray. Like this was Murray's worst rep in the season. And it's like, it's not great at all, but I've seen worse from him this season. But this is bad from Shamar James. But if Shamar James was Murray, I would understand the trouble. If Murray was Kyer Elam on this play, I would understand. Because right here, nothing stopped him from making that play. He stopped himself. He didn't try. Boom. And that's where the touchdown came from. You know what I'm saying? But they blame Murray for that. All right. If that's what you're going to blame him for, okay. Here go another one. It's a 21-yard run. I don't know what happens on this play, but it's 4 down again. When it's 4 down, Murray don't play halfway as good versus run. Boom. Let's see. Shamar James is up there in this gap. Murray is up there getting bench pressed. And boom, there you go. Now that rep, I would be mad at him. I'm mad at that. Look at this. Boom. Boom. Yeah, no. That was ass, Murray. That one right there was ass. I'm gonna give you your credit where it's due. That was ass, buddy. All right, so he got 2 horrible reps, 1 bad rep, 1 horrible rep in this Denver game so far. Got blocked on that one. I ain't really hate on that one too much. Ain't nothing happened. Look at Leofau. Leofau already made he make plays versus run all day, man. Look at this. Boom. Get in there. Look at him. He's just a busy-footed, angry little man. Or not even little, but crazy motherfucker. But he gets to it, man. I love Leofau. Kenny Clark, 7-yard run. Why is it taking so long? All right. So we already had one tackle for 1 yard with Murray. Let's see another. What's going on though? Let's take a five for this shit to load up. Come on. Get with it. Get with it. Oh, hold up. Hold up. I gotta get back down to where I was at now. Hold on. Boom. All right, this is where I was at. Let's see what's happening here. Boom. Boom. It's back. Good tackle. Good tackle. Touchdown saving tackle. Or did they get the touchdown? No. No touchdown. Okay. Then they're gonna get a touchdown on this one though. Let's see where Kenneth Murray at on this one. He ain't really have nothing he could do on that one. I ain't mad at that. He ran right up on him. Then he gonna kneel. All right, here go another 25-yard run. So this is another big run. So the Denver footage, the Denver film ain't the greatest. You ain't lying. Let's see where we at. Another. I think they just picked the wrong personnel on this game though, because we don't see that 5 down as much in the Denver game. I think we start going 5 down after this. Yep. Look at that. And we should have been going 5 down. But whose fault is this? Watch this. Watch Kyer Elam. Watch this. Boom. Watch Elam. You see Elam? He free. This is your gap to shoot. Watch this. Do we shoot? Watch this pussy. Pussy. Look at that. Pussy. This Murray fault? Y'all mad at Murray for this game? Murray in his gap. Where's he? Is he supposed to be over there with Elam at? No. It's Elam. Elam. Let you run right by him. He a corner at that. Look at him jogging. Look at him jogging. Now look at Clark. Elijah Clark, hustling ass. Watch Elijah Clark. He gonna hustle to this ball. Well, look at Elam. Jogging. Clark ain't faster than you. He ain't got a better 40 time than you. How you get there first? You talking about? He's ass. I was glad Elam was going after that. I was like, Elam is playing like ass. But nobody said nothing about Elam. They act like it was the linebackers' fault because they just think linebackers stop the run. So they're not working if they're not stopping the run. That's elementary football, folks. Y'all ain't even thinking. Stop it. Stop that bullshit. Here we go. All right. So I still got 2 horrible reps for Murray in this game. Let me see. I'm showing you all the run plays. Was he supposed to be anywhere there, near there on this one? No, I think he's in coverage on a receiver, and then he's playing backside, and there's nothing for him to do there. Boom. That ain't his job. That wasn't his job on that one. On this one, you still got 4 down. Let's see. Boom. He shoots a gap. There you go. He shoot a gap. Mozzie and Nealon got down. Rest in peace, Nealon. Rest in peace, Mozzie. He going too. Boom. But he got down there. Was that bad play? No. I think he was playing bad there. So he had some bad reps in this game, but it's not like they running right down his throat or something, pause. They not. He just really, to me, I think Eberflus should have been using his 5 down scheme in this game, and he wasn't. Ew. I love that dude. Yeah, that's a great hit, ready. Eberflus wasn't using the right personnel in this game. Right scheme. Boom. Chooses the wrong gap on that one, but that's because the running back was very patient. Watch this. So boom, he keys in on the fullback and waits. But now that running back still ain't, Dobbs hasn't done anything. He's waiting. Because what? Why is he cutting his back? He cutting it back because what? Murray in his gap? Yeah. Now he got forced into that gap. But all right, cool. They still tackled him though. Shamar James and them got him. He got like 7 yards off the power on that one. Boom. We got that 4 down again. We need 5 down, or we need 3, 4. Boom. Again, this isn't these ain't bad reps right now, though. I'm not seeing the bad. Get in your gap. He's in his gap. Running back hasn't made a cut yet. Boom. He attacks his gap. That was just him doing his job. That's okay. Not bad. 15 yards on this one. Let's see. Somebody fucked up on this. Mozzie and Kenny Clark in there, but they still only got 4 down linemen. Boom. Boom. Mozzie and Kenny Clark both got pushed on their Kenny Clark on his ass. Murray is sealed off. Murray didn't do enough to get off that block, in my opinion. Don't like it. Murray, when dealing with blocks, is not the greatest. I won't lie. Let me see. Why did he stay back here? Is he on the quarterback? What is he doing? Following that action. He's watching the boot for some reason, staying at home, maybe watching for a flea flicker. I don't know why he stayed back there so long, though. But he didn't seem like he wanted to get over that block. That's 3 bad reps I give him. All right. And we got 3 good plays for the 2 tackles for 1 yard that he had so far. And here's another one. Boom. Jumps his gap, then comes back, get the ball. That's a 5-yard gain. I mean, it's okay, but let's see. Boom. He had forces the cut on this one instead of waiting, which I'm glad he did this one better. All right. Forced the cut. All right. He did that. And go get the ball. Did that. I'm cool with that. Good rep. Boom. Get yourself walled off. Very bad. Yep. Let me see here. Yep. Got reached on that. But look, they sent 2 after him. I mean, anybody gonna get walled off on this. Look, they sent both of them to get his ass. And Shamar James. They just was attacking both linebackers on this, making them shed. But that's because we playing 4 down. After we stopped playing, I'm gonna show you what happened when we stopped playing these 4 down looks. We start playing 5 down. They got way better. Way better. Let me see how many more we got to go through before I get off this. Got 3 more plays. Yeah, 2 more. Yeah, and then I can show you what happens next week. Let me see, week 9. Immediately in week 9. Let's see. Week 9, we back in it. We got into these 5 down looks in week 9. Week 9, he looked much better getting to the ball. Week after too. Where we at? It's a 4 down look because Morris Leofau on the field. I liked it when we saw Morris on the field. These is better reps already. Two-yard gain. This is 4 down look again, but Morris Leofau is on the field. When Morris on the field is a different story. Boom. He got to his spot, but they cleaned it up. I think he over pursued on that play though, but I ain't gonna automatically call it bad. This is another. This 5 down, but they got Ezeraku standing up off the ball. Yeah, boom. He forced the ball back inside. I ain't mad at that. Like I said, I'm not seeing ass play. I've seen some bad reps. I have. But I haven't seen a guy that I'm dying to get off the field. I'm trying to agree with y'all too. Y'all think I'm just saying this shit just to do it. Like, he got blocked up pretty good on that one. All right, I get that's a bad rep. Yeah, but I'm trying to agree with y'all because I'm like, maybe I'm tripping, but it's not showing up so crazy. This one, honestly, I look at Osa being one of 4 on this one and Toya. Let's see what happens in the middle of the field. What a difference. Toya on his ass. Damn, Toya. That looked crazy. I didn't even look at you on this. Watch Osa and Toya. Now, what linebacker is going to clean this up? Look at this. Toya fell from nothing. What the fuck? Nobody touched him. Watch this. Nobody touched him. That nigga just rolled over in the fetal position. What the fuck kind of defense is that? And then Osa, what's Osa doing? Watch this. Who can stop this? This Kenny Murray fault? Look at that. They left the fucking middle of the field wide open. Look at this bullshit. This ain't no motherfucking Murray fault. Watch this. I was looking at Murray. I ain't pay this shit no mind. What the hell was that? That was not Murray fault. That's wild. I'm seeing some interesting shit take place. Oh, get off. He don't get off of no blocks though. That's where his problem is. That's why the 5 down is way better for Murray. He late to the ball because he always thinking pass first anyway. But then, he ain't gonna get rid of a block either. Not fast enough to be late. You can't get rid of a block late. You can't get there late and not be able to shed blocks fast. It don't work like that. Boom. Good tackle there. That was good. Good rep. Mm. Back is killing me, man. Boom. So this is 5 in front. Boom. He played way better. Like I like how he attacked the line of scrimmage here. Whenever it's 5 men up at the line, like so you see Morris Leafau playing the line of scrimmage now. He playing like outside linebacker right here. Boom. Whenever you see that, we just play way better versus run as a unit. All of them do. Yeah. All right, I've seen enough, man. I don't gotta go through this whole shit. I'm tired. Hold on a second. Been up here like 3 hours, dog. I'm done. I'm cooked. I'm cooked. Oh, they got me. Cool. I was up here running my mouth. They been got me. They got me at 9:33. They got me 10 minutes ago. I've been up here talking for a whole fucking am I back now? I've been talking all this time. Y'all ain't heard shit. We love Leofile. He plays the game the right way, fast, smart, and violent. Peace, 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 peace. Yep, see y'all.